Hello, everyone. Hi. Hello. Hey, everybody. It's Lindy and I. Oh, I don't have my backlight on here. Wait. I want to be a professional streamer. There we go. Blue. Do we want blue for Monster Prom? Is blue a Monster Prom color?
Blue, purple, whatever. You know.
Oh,
it all works.
I can do a purple, I
I
think.
have purple, so we
Here.
would
Yeah,
match it.
yeah,
Oh.
okay. There, we gotta, no. Here, wait. There.
Oh, there we go.
Right? That's a bit more purple. Hi, everyone. How are you? Hello. Hi, Lindy and I'm Dad. Hey, Courier.
Hi, Dad.
Dutch Teddy, I did not expect to see you here. So here's the thing. Hi, Trippity Mats. Hi, everybody. So today is Thursday. It's our Mac game day, and normally I play The Long Dark. But then, Lindy, are you quiet right now? Hold on. Let me see.
Am I quiet? I can also move my mic a little closer.
No, I can just turn you up. Turn you up.
Turn me up.
That sounds so 1970s. The way you say that, like it just like that's so groovy. All right, say something for me.
Something for me.
I think you should be good. Ooh, there we go.
Woo!
All right.
Exciting.
Hey, so we're supposed to be playing, the Long Dark, but then I was like chatting with Lindy, and I was like, "Hey, Lindy,
We were chatting.
do you want to play a co-op game with me?" And then she said,
Then I
"No."
said- That's not quite how you phrased it, but sure. I said, yeah. I said, it's better garden in like 90-degree weather. So, I'll just garden in the morning when it's in the shade and not 90 degrees yet. The beans can wait a day. The tea plants can wait a day. They'll survive.
And Krellin says Monster Prom isn't co-op, but I think it is. Isn't that the whole point of the Monster Prom? Is that it's co-op?
You can multiplayer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I single player it all the time, but I've also done many multiplayer co-op.
So, what I can tell you, this is what I know about Monster Prom. I don't know much.
Very little.
I don't
so
know much.
excited.
Basically, I know nothing. The only thing I know about Monster Prom is somebody came onto the Ren'Py message boards and was like, it's not co-op, it's multiplayer, but it's not co-op. Oh, I meant that more than one person, multiplayer. So I was like on the Ren'Py boards, and somebody was like, hey, do you think you can make a visual novel, a tome game for multiple people? And people were like, well, I don't know. That seems like that'd be kind of difficult to program. But it's like somebody was like pondering this concept, and it turns out it's a person who made Monster Prom.
It works.
And I was like,
I have a blast with it.
oh. So I'm excited about that because I'd never, so I'd heard about it like on my message board for programmers, but I'd never actually played it or seen it. So I thought that, I thought Lindy would say, she said yes, I thought we'd do it. Because, this is June and I'm going to move soon. So I thought, look, this would be nice. Yeah. So I'm going to go to the game screen and should we do the full game?
We can do the full game.
It's around 60
We can do the
minutes.
full game, see how long it takes, and then go from there.
Yeah.
All right. Full game.
Okay.
So who wants to be narrator? We gotta.
You do.
I told Trooper we have to do voices.
Yeah.
For all the characters. 'Cause that's the best way to do it. So.
Rissa
all right,
asks, is this a one-off or will this be on the menu next Thursday? Well, it's only supposed to take 60 minutes. So I feel like it's a one-off.
All right. So for the narrator, I'm gonna use my very awful National Geographic narrator voice, which is terrible and sometimes slips into Australia, and it's very all over the place. So don't judge it too harshly.
I will not judge it.
I always think of like watching National Geographic when I.
Rissa does note that it does involve me, this game, so who knows how long it will actually take, but that's not the point. All right, please.
All right. Spooky high school, the sweetest years of our lives. Back then, we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were.
Oh.
Who are we? This is me. Is there anyone, because it's your first time playing, is there anyone that's jumping out to you that you want to be? Because I want you to have first dibs on the characters.
No, you'd have first dibs and I'll take second dibs.
No, I want you to, because it's your first time, Trooper. Which character do you want?
Well, the one on the far left looks the nerdiest.
All right.
So I want
So is that the one you want?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you player
I'll
1 or
take-
player 2?
I'm player 1. That's
Okay,
why I had
okay,
to ask.
okay.
Because I didn't want to take, like, if you were, like, in love with one of them,
Oh,
I didn't
it's-
want to take that one. So I'll take her. Yeah, let's
Krellin knows
see.
that there's a hard limit on how many days you can spend, so in that, it will be short. But it's also possible that it will take 3 years. I mean, that's... Oh, that's... Okay, that's you.
It's gonna be Frankie.
Here's like,
She
I
looks
love these
like a-
character
like-
designs.
Frankenstein's monster. So she's
Oh,
Frankie.
yeah. Right.
Yay!
All right, now it's your turn.
Okay. Oh, look, here's my cursor. Okay. All right, I'm excited by this. Okay. I'm gonna be this person, whose name is Yellow. No. Hello, Missile Monkey. So we're gonna go. Oh, let's do a custom name. Right. The custom name is. This person makes me think of Nightcrawler, whose first name was
Kurt Wagner.
Kurt. I'll go with Kurt. And I'm only using first names, right?
Yep.
Okay. And we've got all that's good. And then, okay.
All right.
There.
All right.
Woo!
Woo.
And we had yet to
Hi, Chromatic.
experience its ultimate challenge, the Monster Prom. I remember it clearly. 3 weeks were left, as were fantasized about by our... Blah, blah, blah. And as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 6 most charismatic classmates.
Oh.
Miranda Vanderbilt, 19. A sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal.
Pause.
Yes.
Why is she 19?
Because we don't want to smooch high schoolers and because legal reasons.
So
There's things that happen in this game that you would not want to happen to 14 to 17-year-olds.
here's my question. If they want them to be college aged, why don't they just put them in college?
Well, also, this is Monster High School, so maybe Monster High School. Maybe there's more years in Monster Elementary than we have in ours.
Maybe.
They never really say.
College
And
doesn't
college
have
also
prom.
doesn't have prom.
True. I just feel like it's one of those things where when I was growing up, the idea that high school students would have coming of age movies where they would go to prom and whatever happens, you know what I mean? Like, there are all those movies, and it's weird that is I don't know, not a thing. Colleges have dances. They could.
They could.
Yeah, they could. Sorry, playing too much
But yeah,
logic.
they're all of legal age
Yes.
for reasons.
It's just interesting, right? Because I mean, there's a movie, you haven't seen it, Lindy, probably.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Maybe. I don't know. You don't know me.
I don't know you, but I know this movie, and I feel like of the people in chat, probably very few people in chat would have seen it. Maybe Rissa, maybe Krellin, maybe. But it was called Little Foxes, and it was Christy McNichol and Tatum O'Neal. And they were like young women who were probably like 15, 16, that age. And they were going to summer camp, and they were like from different, like, Christy McNichol was like poor, and Tatum O'Neal was rich, whatever. Anyway, girls in summer camp. And there was like, they were both virgins. And so they made this bet to like lose their virginity. And Tatum O'Neal didn't, and she lied about it and said that she did. And Chris McNichol had sex with Matt Dillon, I think, but lied about it and said that she didn't. It was like a whole like coming of age young person movie. That's all. So it was like from the 70s or like 1980 or something. It was like that era. Anyway, the point is,
There's also like alcohol and drugs and stuff. So I know teenagers in actuality do this, but also nobody wants to get sued.
But
or
it's
like
just-
have an outrage on, like how dare you put underage people on our dating sims.
I suppose it's just weird because in movies it happened all the time. Anyway, I just
Yeah,
think
but-
it's interesting how things have changed.
It is interesting. So pay attention to these because you gotta figure out
okay.
who you want to take to prom.
Okay, I'm ready.
So that's Miranda,
She's genocidal. Okay.
Yeah. or a
And
princess.
Krellin says that he courts Miranda because he makes Medusa, because he makes bad life decisions.
That's fair. Damien LeVay, 21, a fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire.
Also, 21 is not high school, but go on.
Yeah, I told you they're all of legal age to do things. Spot Hal, 21, a werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly large heart.
Go on.
Okay. Liam de Lioncourt, the, 4XX? Let's see which one is, what is that one?
Okay.
Roman numerals. It's a lot.
This is remedial spooky high. Oh, thank you, Courier. Okay.
It could be remedial high school.
Could be remedial spooky high.
I mean, I could see monsters taking longer to need to graduate.
Maybe, yeah.
I've seen some of the things that happen in this high school, and then I don't know how anyone passes classes.
Thank you for the heads up, Axe. For the advanced warning, there's a lot of ableist language. All right. I'm ready. What is he? Hipster vampire?
Whose standoffish demeanor hid that he was truly a lovable dog.
Got it.
Yay!
Holly Geist, 22? A party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all of the wrong things.
What?
And lastly, Vera Oberlin,
23.
a mean, self-made gorgon with a merciless sense of business.
She's 23 and she's in high school. Okay, go on. It's just like, put them in college. Just put them in college.
There's no prom in college. It was clear. It had to be one of them. But who? We only had 3 weeks to choose our prom date. And even more daunting, we only had 3 weeks to woo them and conquer their hearts. But as I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start.
Yes, Barator. The surprise is Lindy. Welcome to Monster Prom's stupidest pop quiz ever. Hot or not?
Yep.
Hot or not? Take this quiz to find out. Crazy exits. How to deal.
It just won't go.
That's right.
Yeah. Teen Wolf.
Sure, at the time the games came out, ableism wasn't something that people were very aware of, and it was something people thought about. I would also say, Axe, that what is and what isn't considered ableist has changed in the last couple of years, because people, because this game is only a couple of years old, right? Little Darlings. Thank you, Rissa. Little Darlings. Because I was like, Little Fox, it was Little Darlings. What I think is, because this game is only a couple years old, right? It's like, what, 4 or 5?
Yeah, something like that.
Like it's
2 years old.
Yeah, it's only a couple years old. And what I would say is that people were upset with ableist language 4 or 5 years ago, and also 10 years ago and 15 years ago. It's just that what was considered ableist language has changed in the last 2 years, right? Like there's just been a shift of what language is like. And so I think that's right. So like there are things that would not have been considered ableist 5 years ago, but are now, and things that were considered ableist 5 years ago that are still considered ableist, or like things, like basically things shift. Things do shift.
And
yes, 1980.
all minds are rotten, but they're rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more. We are now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose what kind of deviant sickos you are. Monster Prom's stupid pops quiz ever, trademarked, will throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character's stats.
Oh, hello.
This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves.
Oh, okay.
Let's start.
Oh, all right. Svenville says, I never use the R word to refer to any state of person being. Yeah, neither did I, because that was considered not really cool. Hey, Virtual Hell. We've got a guest. Yeah, and so I feel called out with that PhD. Okay. All right, what do we got?
All right. So we have, which inanimate object do you think would make the best girlfriend or boyfriend, provided you went criminally insane?
Oh.
So our options are a human-sized pillow depicting a character created by myself. As a matter of fact, I have all the needed paperwork, and I'm only waiting for the conservative, narrow-minded laws of our country to finally step forward into waifu and husbando territory as is clearly intended by God. That's the first option. A dildo, duh, or an ATM, sugar baby life, here I come.
Oh.
So
this is Frankie.
yeah, this is me. Usually we answer the same questions.
Okay.
So be thinking about your options.
Okay.
Let's go with the body pillows because they're really cozy.
Right. Hey, Anino, how are you? We're playing Monster Prom. It's my first time ever.
All right, Kurt.
Well, clearly you would. Okay, if you're criminally insane, you have to go with the ATM, because then you can go and get all the money, so you can go and like take over the world or whatever.
Possibly. So you got wealthy and I got creative. Boost
Right?
for stats.
Because like criminal, because if I
Be a
were like
visionary.
the Joker, I'd want to
Be a visionary. What will the next big social media craze be?
Oh.
Greek agoras, like literal Greek agoras reinstated in our cities, places where philosophy and arts are discussed by the greater minds. That's the social media I want to log into.
Mm.
Let's see. Robert. From now on, socially awkward guy named Robert will do everything he's commanded to do through the app by its users. Bull $hit. Oh shit. It's a regular social media network, but each time someone shares news that isn't supported by real facts, they're taxed, and the money goes to the people exposed to that bullshit. I'm gonna go with that one. That one's maybe wishful thinking.
Yeah. So here's the tricky part. I'm supposed to be a visionary, which is what will the next big social media craze be, not what I want it to be, right?
Yeah.
I feel like Robert.
Thinking selfishly.
I just
I can see that.
I just feel like, and it'll be on TV, right? It'll be like a, Big Brother or whatever. But, I'm not saying I'd like it. I'm just saying I feel like,
Okay, this is the last question.
All right. Oh, really?
The last question doesn't build your stats. Yeah, it's only a 3-question quiz.
Oh.
The last question indicates which monster you want to try to romance.
Oh.
So you can answer genuinely, or if there was one that you were like, I want to smooch that monster, you can try to like see what their angle is.
I'm gonna try to answer as
that
Kurt.
romance. Okay.
Like genuine.
Let's see. So anything capable of leading them to an overdose of some sorts. Anything on fire or a weapon? No, a weapon on fire. The abstract concept of gratefulness. A pony, always a pony. Head of their fiercest enemy. A silly toy that makes silly noises. Let's go with anything on fire or a weapon. No, a weapon on fire.
So I'm gonna go with the abstract concept of gratefulness because I'm a kind of a nerd. I'm gonna go with that one.
So Liam,
Okay.
the vampire is gonna be your primary love interest, whereas mine's gonna be Damien.
Okay. So can I just say something for the record? Because Cosmic Demon was like, my favorite is Scott, the World of Himbo. I'm just gonna say this is just me personally.
Let's go.
Thank you. I don't like the word himbo or thembo. I know everyone's into it right now. They're like, they love it. They love themselves some himbos. But I'll tell you why I don't like it. It's an insult. Like the word bimbo is an insult that was misogynistic and meant to insult women. And I feel like reclaiming an insult that wasn't targeted at you in the first place is sketch. Like, it wasn't targeted at hims or thems, bimbo. It was not a term that was used to degrade that group of people, and to reclaim it when that's not, like, wasn't directed at you in the first place is sketch. But Cosmic Demon Wolf, what you have to know is nobody agrees with me. Everybody's super into it. They're like, woo! Himbos being stupid and, like, strong is awesome. It's like great. And I'm like, reclaiming it. Anyway, my point is, Cosmic Wolf, you can say it all you want because everybody's into it on Twitter. I just don't like it personally. It just makes me unhappy. Svenville says that's actually quite fair and phrases my discomfort with it. Yeah, it's just one of those things like this was like an insult that was used to degrade women, and still is actually, right? So it's just kind of like I was like, but that's just me, and nobody agrees with me. And like, I know it. German's like, nah, also don't like it. You're not alone. Oh.
I prefer the phrase like, oh, pure of heart, dumb of ass.
Oh yeah. Right. So, hey, we have 3 hours to do a 1-hour game. I feel like we got it. And Cosmic, by the way, I wasn't yelling at you. It was just that like it's a thing that's been on my mind for quite some time. I was like, I've been thinking about this for a long time, but I know I can't post it on Twitter because people will lose their mind. So I was like, but I can see it on stream. All right, so what are we doing?
All right, so this is where you pick where you want to go.
Okay.
If you hover over our stats cards, mine's in blue, yours is in orange, it'll show you what your stats are and also the corresponding symbols on the map. So whichever rooms you go to on the map will boost that said stat. So if I go to the bathroom, it's going to increase my bold. If I go to the classroom, it's going to increase my smarts, etc.
Okay.
So I'm trying to woo Damien.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna be a bad girl. I'm gonna be bold and hang out in the bathroom.
You're gonna go smoking in the bathroom? The day you skip
That's
class
it.
and just hang out. Oh. I bet this is made in Renpy. Go on.
That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn. By skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You get +0 shits, but you gain +2 boldness.
Gondler wants to know how it became, this term was made for like, male babies became like an insult to women. It happened in the 20s, 1920s. It became part of U.S. popular culture then.
Later, you're minding your own business, which soon proves to be difficult when you notice a Damien and Scott in the vicinity of the middle of some hot, sweaty arm wrestling. Unfortunately, you can't enjoy it very long since stupid strong Scott beats Damien in no time.
Oh.
But it seems you're not the only one mad at the outcome of this situation. Alright, so do you want to voice Scott or Damien? We gotta decide. Or do you want to do the mask characters and I can do the femme characters?
Well, they're gonna talk to each other, so why don't you do one and why don't you do the other?
Okay.
Right? Because they're talking to each other, right?
Well, they'll talk to all sorts of people throughout the thing, so it's good to kind of just pick a character. That way you can just stick with them whenever they pop up. You talk to yourself sometimes, but
Fair. It's fair. Of these, who would you like to voice?
I'll do. Well, I don't want to do my own love interest. I'll do the werewolf.
Okay, all right.
They can do Damien.
So Damien's giving me kind of like Johnny Depp from that game where that TV show 21 Jump Street, where they're all like undercover narcs in high school, or maybe a guy from 90210 with the sideburns and the hair, Dylan.
Okay.
You know, like the kind of what do you call it? I totally get why you don't post those takes. I'm seeing exactly why. It's a shame because I like reading them. Thank you, Courier. Like, people are not in the space. I'm gonna go, gotta get broody. So unfair. That one didn't count, Scott. We should arm wrestle, but with guns. Luke Perry.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna do like California Surfer Dude, which you're from California, so you can. It's gonna be terrible because I've only been twice. But bruh, I've got these 2 guns already. And by guns, I mean my big arm muscles. Which, just to be clear, aren't real guns. But still.
Oh, stupid, I will murder you. I'm also Robert Pattinson. I'm the whole thing right there. Like, I'm all the
Love it.
guys with hair. No. Arm wrestling proves nothing. To see who's the very best, we should scream at a huge rock until it breaks, just because of our pure rage and awesomeness. Or we should subdue a tiger with just a scary and manly look.
Now you're just quoting stuff from yesterday's episode of Ultimate Warriors of Mount Awesome. Face it, bruh. I'm the Ultimate Warrior.
No! Arm wrestling doesn't mean shit.
Hey, noob.
Hey, you, Frankie. Not because arm wrestling isn't going my way, but I've decided you should settle this tie by proposing a way to decide who the real Ultimate Warrior is around here.
All right. So, here I go. I get to pick between these 2 decisions. There's a right answer and a wrong answer, except at lunch. Lunchtime, there is no wrong answers. There's just who you prefer.
Okay.
So, based on your stance, is which answer is the correct one. So, if I say whoever can punch the sun in the face, that's probably a bold answer. So if I have a lot of boldness,
I see.
that's probably the way to go. And I happen to be a registered Ultimate Warrior judge, and I always carry this 10-step ultimate test with me, which coincidentally will require both of you to do whatever I say with no complaints, like a real ultimate good boy. So who's ready to follow my lead? That could be more of a like smarts or creativity. I have some bold. Some my worst at.
I will just note, by the way, Carl's like, I think it's like really intense. Like, the other option voice-wise would go for like what's his face from what's his face? but I don't want to go with that voice. The
What's his face from
Yeah, yeah,
What's
yeah,
His
yeah,
Face?
right
That's so descriptive. I know exactly who you're
no,
talking about.
from like the Beavis and Butthead. Beavis and Butthead.
Ah,
Right
see, my Damien's usually like, you know, a Yankee guy. You know, he's like from the like Boston, New York,
Nice.
whatever. I just smashed them all together because I don't know any. Let's go with punch the sun in the face. Let's see if that's a good answer. Yes, that was
Oh.
bold enough. I don't know, bro. It doesn't even seem possible.
I'm fucking in. I'm gonna punch that stupid sun right in the face, and I'm gonna be the very best. Anyway, I wanted to punch the sun already. That motherfucker thinks he's more fiery than me.
Are you sure about this, Damien? Isn't the sun like a big ball of gas without any real face on it?
That's what a little sun-fearing loser would say.
Also, how do you plan to get there to punch it in its face anyway? The sun is like super far, Damien. No. It's like super far. I'm like 86% sure you can't get there with a ladder.
Yeah, Scott, I know. I'm not an idiot. That's why I'll be using a really tall ladder.
Okay, it seems the two of you will need to work out the specifics on that later. Nah, bruh, I'm out. This plan doesn't sound very nice nor very possible. Also, the sun and I are pen pals. What?
I knew good boy Scott wasn't fierce enough to punch the sun in its face.
It's Damien LeVay, bitches!
But me, I'm Damien fucking LeVay, and I will punch the sun in its fucking face because of all the bad things it's done. Like UV radiation and shit, but mostly because of pure gratuitous violence. And because I want to become the ultimate warrior no matter what. Are you free the next few weeks, Frankie? I'll be needing your smarts to come up with a good plan for not dying while punching the sun. I hope you're ready for some wacky misadventures that will strengthen our bonds, may even into the love zone.
I'm ready for the love zone. Oh, yeah, you're ready for that. It's punching the fucking sun time. Oh, and you gain +2 creativity and +1 bonus.
Oh,
All right.
hey,
Where do you want to go?
it's me. I'm Kurt. The auditorium class, the library, the outdoors, the gym. Can't go to the bathrooms, which is fine. Oh,
Nope, because I'm there. We can't be in the same place.
oh, I see. Punching the Sun is the next name of the next grunge album, which makes a lot of sense. So I really don't know, but I feel like I should go to. I feel like I should go to the library or class.
Okay. The library will give you money.
Why?
Class will give you smarts.
Why does the
Because
library?
you use the computers to do start kicker and
Oh.
scans and stuff.
I see. Well, I feel like maybe I should go to class first because I'm a very responsible nightcrawler.
That's true. Actor, you listen to your elders and learn valuable lessons.
I also have a little familiar. That's cool. I appreciate that.
Sometimes, after all the monster nonsense and the dating gimmicks, you forget that attending class is supposed to be the primary activity at this high school.
Like, I'm actually gonna graduate, just noting it.
You gain +2 smarts.
Oh, thanks.
You notice Liam and Scott having a discussion.
Oh.
Scott looks confused and Liam looks bored, which means they're probably having an argument.
Lame.
Mm.
Do you want to be Liam?
Yes, because you're Scott.
Sure.
Vampire, right?
Yes, he's a vampire.
Look, not that I care, but aspiring to be a professional sports star is both impractical and passé.
Wait, you don't care? But you walked all the way over here just to tell me that. Plus, don't you want to be like a professional magnetic ibuprofen?
Mimetic influencer. Try to keep up.
But how does a How does one of those guys earn money?
Mimetic influencers don't earn money, Scott. They earn cultural capital.
Oh, okay. How much cultural capital does a sandwich cost?
Crown's like, oh, I have one rep voice. I want to be like a good old school Transylvanian. I can see that I'm not getting through to you. Hey, you. Could you explain to this cretin why my career path is objectively the best?
Yeah, and also, could you explain what a cretin is?
Oh, Liam means he wants to be an artist, and artists are important. Who do you think designs all those sports jerseys? Actually, I think sports is the best career. I mean, how far can Mimetic influence? No. Art's important. I mean, come
Then
on.
click art's important.
I
Name
will.
game.
Awesome, bro.
Where's my...
You got a success. If it'll go, you'll hear like
yes.
a brrr, it'll be
Oh.
you'll know when you didn't get it.
Quick, well, I can't sing.
Whoa.
Come on. ODS, I'm going to sing the name game for you. It's the same voice.
Artists do that?
That is the same voice I dated in Dream Daddy. Well, it's because he's a vampire. I don't... Like, it's not my fault that apparently vampires are, like, people who I date all the time.
Look, vampires are hot. I just finished watching Castlevania season 3. They're so hot. I always thought uniforms were designed by the same people who designed my studly pecs. God. Liam, are you God?
Oh, Scott. Vampires all sound alike to me. No, but stereotype all vampires. This is you heard it all here. By the way, ODS, if you'll have to excuse me for one moment, Lindy. Hey, ODS. The name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name. I treat her like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F. Or an M will appear. And then I say bo at a B. Then I say the name. Then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain. Then a V, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time. And there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Odious, Bobodius, Banana, Fana, Fofodius, Fi, Fi, Momodius. Odious. Thank you for that resub, and no, you did not escape my singing. Ben, Scott, God is dead.
Welcome to Liam
But
Liam Court.
so am I. So, essentially, yes. Also a little
So
Ricardo Montalban.
Cool.
It's just... Wait, what are you eating?
Here, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
All right. It's fine.
You wonder how long it will take for Scott to figure out Liam isn't actually God. In the meantime, you gain +2 creativity and +1 smarts.
Thank you, Spitwolf. Of course, oh. Let's trade. What are we doing?
So, the order on who gets to go first in a round changes,
Ooh.
so that way one person can't monopolize everything. You can do it randomly, but the challenges are typically more fun. So,
Okay, well, let's do a challenge.
all right. Everybody chooses a brand. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking.
Oh,
Pick
okay.
a brand.
Wait, we have to do it right now?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Okay. A brand.
Yeah.
Nike.
Okay. That was on my brain too. So, okay, let's see. You choose Nike. I'm going to choose Lysol.
My other option would be Coca-Cola.
Ooh. All right.
Yeah.
So we've got Nike and Lysol.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right.
Okay.
Player orders decided on how weird it would be if the selected brand paid for a product placement in Game of Thrones. Start debating now. Would it be weirder to see Lysol or Nike in Game of Thrones?
Nike, absolutely.
Really? And
Yes.
why is that?
Okay, because Lysol could be placed in some kind of like period container and they need to clean up a lot. Like people are super dirty. And I feel like they could use some Lysol, certainly up in the north, you know.
They could use a lot of Lysol. Yeah.
Yeah, but if people are wandering around in full armor and like all their like wildling clothes and like big old pair of Nikes, that'd be weird. That'd just be weird. People be like, what?
Both would be weird.
Yeah.
But I think those people would appreciate Nikes, the comfort, a lot more.
You don't think they would appreciate like getting rid of some bacteria? Like
They
like,
obviously don't care about the cleanliness conditions in character, but out of character. I mean, because this would be a paid product placement.
Oh.
So it's not in the universe, it's on the show.
Okay, but wait. It kind of depends on how the product placement happens. Like, so.
That's true.
So, like, I'm imagining two different ways in which this could happen, which would be, like, weird, right? So one is, like, you've got, like, the groups of them, like, they're all walking, like, I don't know, like, Brienne of Tarth and like, Jaime Lannister, like,
Because you
walking.
could totally just see, like, their boots and then do the Nike swoosh.
You know, I'm imagining
Just do it.
you just see them from like the waist up as they're like walking and like talking like, oh, it's very serious, da-da. And then like as the camera pans up, then they're just wearing like white, like garish Nikes, like just like in the middle of nowhere. But then like for the Lysol, I'm imagining we're at King's Landing and like Cersei Lannister's there like making evil faces, talking evil things, and she's like, I don't know about you. And then like, you know, and then in the background, one of the like servants comes in and so like, shh, and like wipes off the table. Yeah. Oh, do we ask chat?
Oh, we could ask chat.
Yes. Chat. White Walkers by Nike's our newest snowshoes. Who do we think? The Red Wedding is just one big promotion for Lysol and how powerful the cleaner it is. Right? Like, just get all that blood. Just get
All of it.
Yeah, just get it all out. My vote is Trooper goes first because Lysol makes more sense. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Sure. Boop.
Okay.
Boop.
Week 1 noon. Oh, okay.
Okay. So this is lunch.
Oh,
All right.
So at lunch, that's not answers based off your stats. It's more like you get to choose between two people. If you see this cat lady at the upper right table, she's the vendor. So unless you want to buy things, you don't want to go to her.
okay.
If you see the person at the bottom left
Yes.
table, that's Slayer. She will give you a stat boost, like through a side adventure. But if you go to the table with your love interest, or even not your love interest, there's an opportunity to get more hearts with them.
Why is my creativity low right now?
Because you haven't gone to the theater?
But why? But like, is it because I'm too nerdy?
No,
Well-
it's because you didn't pick any
I did-
creativity stats in the Monster Prom quiz.
Oh, I see. I also didn't realize that I was clicking, but it's fine. I just moved. I was like, "Where's my cursor?" And then I found out it was there.
It's all good. It's the table with your love interest.
Oh.
So you got lucky.
Okay.
You approach Liam and Vera at their table, but before you can sit down, Vera holds up a hand. I'll place
Pathetic.
Vera. Let's see, Scott's California. You've got like the Transylvanian thing going. We'll make her like a hip
I'm too white
Wall
nerdy
Street
trooper.
business
It's true.
lady.
I am. That's this
Stop.
Weird Al.
This is the cool people table, where only cool people are allowed.
So mainstream.
I would agree with that. What Vera said, but agreeing is something only uncool people do. Wouldn't you agree, Vera?
Nice try, Liam. But I think we're getting away from the points. This interloper still wants to sit with us.
Well, if he wants to sit with us, he is going to have to prove he is as cool as we are. But without, like, trying to prove it. Trying is so uncool.
So, what's it gonna be?
Well, gosh. Well, I guess it's going to be... I guess I'll be going then, because there's no way anyone can be as cool as Liam. Let me ask you this. Would an uncool person be giving... Okay, I'm just going to go. Just go. You know. Wait. Was that sarcasm?
No, of course not. Kurt was clearly being totally sincere.
There it was again. Are you two doing this on purpose?
Now, why on earth would we do that?
I can't tell whether you're being sincere or ironic. It's so cool. Everyone knows. Clear and efficient communication is the least cool thing of all. You've wooed me with your open disdain for language.
I can't tell if you're being serious or not.
Exactly.
Vera and Liam invite you to sit with them and chat. By the end of lunch, none of you has any idea what anyone else meant. So cool.
Let's go.
Now it's my turn.
Frankie.
And I'm gonna sit at the table with my love interest and Polly. I'll voice Polly.
Okay.
You arrive at your chosen table to find Damien dejectedly hefting a bowl of mashed potatoes, while Polly sadly passes her hand through the same.
Oh.
Seriously, what do we have to do to get a food fight started in this cafeteria?
I honestly do not know. I tried throwing potatoes at people and yelling food fight, but I think everyone is too scared of me to fight back.
And I can't throw any food because of my stupid ghost hands. Plates, mirrors, antique furniture, sure, but not food.
There's got to be a way to provoke a food war. My dads are always telling me to be more political.
But we're not political. Your strength is hitting things, and my strength is being unbelievably hot all the time.
Unbelievably hot. That's it. We set the cafeteria on fire. Wait, no. That's not a solution. That's just arson. Why do I always jump straight to arson?
It's hard to watch them struggle through this by themselves, so you step in with an idea of your own. Wars are fought over scarce resources, steal everybody's food and put it in a pile. That ought to do it. Or, hey, Paul, you know the Greeks fought a whole war over Helen of Troy's face. We just need you to get kidnapped by Trojans.
It's not gonna work.
Yeah, we're gonna. If I was romancing Polly, it would, but I'm romancing Damien, so.
I got this. Whoa! Is that what politics is? Beating people up and putting their stuff in a big pile? I didn't know I was already so good at politics.
And then I can roll around on the food pile. It'll feel so good on my non-skin. Damien spends the rest of lunch piling up everyone's food in an enormous food mountain. Hungry students are soon swarming the mountain, trying to grab what they can while Damien pelts them with fire and knives from above. In a panic, the students turn on each other, fighting with the only weapon they have, the food in their hands. Food fight. I think a fight like this is how I died. Casualties are beyond counting, but no one will be forgetting that food fight anytime soon.
Werewolf feels notes that starting a relationship with someone who despises clear and open communication ends well.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So I play a challenge.
Okay.
Everybody chooses a movie. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking.
Okay. You get to say
Alright.
first. Go ahead.
Okay. Ooh, what genre of movie do I want? I'm gonna go with
I have my
Big
answer.
Trouble in Little China.
I'm going with Titanic because I believe
Ooh.
my heart will go on.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Let's see.
Yeah.
What?
Titanic.
Player orders decided how weird the fandom of the selected movie would be. Start debating now.
Look. You know. Okay. So Big Trouble in Little China is going to have
Yeah.
you're going to find that Big Trouble in Little China fandom at Comic-Con. If you go to Comic-Con, they'll be there. That's cool. But if you had a horde of Titanic fans at Comic-Con,
I'm with Krellin in chat. Have you met Titanic people?
I'm just saying, right? I just feel like that would be distressing. And what if they have iceberg necklaces that they have hanging? I'm just saying it could be a whole thing. Yeah, I mean, right? I feel like I get this one, right? Because they'd be weird.
I don't know. I've met a lot of weird Titanic fans.
Right. This is what I mean.
But Big Trouble in Little China is already a weird movie.
But that's why their fans aren't weird. Right? Because it's being a fan of Big Trouble in Little China, oh yeah, that's cool. Because that's in the fandom space. I'm just saying, as people have noted, the Titanic LARPers, I just feel like those Titanic LARPers.
Titanic LARPers, oh my god.
I just feel like they'll be like.
Big Trouble in Little China fans are just TTRPG players.
That's also fair.
Not wrong, not wrong.
Yeah.
All right, sure.
Okay, yeah.
I know because the Craigslist living seller said so.
I'm just saying.
All right.
Yeah, I feel like that's true. Okay.
Okay.
Evening.
Where do you want to go?
Well.
All right.
Up your stats.
Well.
Now, because we're in week 1, we're on the first night. You notice by the library sign, there's the vendor. So if you go to the library, you won't get anything from the library other than a vendor. So don't go to the library if you want to, unless you want to shop.
What do you shop for?
There's some items there's a couple that can give you stat boosts. And then there's some that unlock like special quests, like special dating quest lines things.
Okay. But I just feel like it's the evening, and so I should go to the auditorium. I feel like that's what my like nerdy self would do, because want to
get some creativity.
Right, because people like it.
Today, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves have descended to give you a figurative blowjob.
Oh, that's nice. Except if I'm on stage.
Your performance is intense and inspiring.
Oh.
It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards.
Also, am I a Cyrano de Bergerac? What am I in?
You gain +2 creativity. Yeah, your costume is really fun.
Oh, thanks.
Everybody gets fun costumes in the auditorium.
Oh. I just feel like I did a great job. Wait.
In the middle of everything, a portal opens up and swallows Vera, Polly, and Liam. You dive in to rescue them and straight into... This is the interdimensional prince, and he's amazing.
Wait, what?
Do you want to be the interdimensional prince, or shall I?
I should, because you are Vera and Polly.
Okay, there you go.
Yep. The season finale of The Interdimensional Bachelor.
Good lord.
Well, I'm in danger of spraining my eyes from rolling them so hard.
Yes.
Oh my god, we're on a game show?
Yes, indeed. Tonight, you three will answer a series of trivia questions. Whoever gets the most points becomes my...
I'm gonna win. I don't even care what the prize is. Your what? Your wife? What a revolting promise.
So you're saying we're supposed to respond to a series of questions and scenarios, our answers to which will make us more or less likely to achieve a romantic outcome with you. That's extremely problematic. I can't think of anyone who would ever want to play such a tawdry dating game. I feel like I'm breaking the fourth wall.
Everybody stop raising reasonable concerns so I can hear the first question.
That's the spirit. Question number 1. Describe your ideal marriage proposal.
Before Polly can answer, you buzz in yourself. Now's your chance to give an answer that will end the competition and send the prince packing.
Okay. My jaw can unhinge and bees can pour out? Or I'd present you with my grandmother's wedding ring, still attach my naked grandmother. Oh my gosh. Gosh.
See, you're very smart and pretty charming and creative.
Right. But
You have a lot of boulder fun.
I feel like I would unhinge my jaw and bees would pour out because I'd get nervous.
If that's what you want to do, I mean, you can go for it. I feel like that's a bold answer, though.
I feel like it's not really an answer. I feel like it's the, bees come out. Just, you're nervous, right?
All right. If that's what you want to go with.
Yeah. Because I just feel like the grandmother's wedding ring is too bold.
Be bold, I suppose. Let's see what it is. Oh, not so bold.
See, because I'm not that bold. Yeah.
I told you I thought it was the bold choice. You unhinge your jaw and unleash the bees. Wait, why were there bees inside your mouth?
See? Yeah. You fool! Your childish prank has destabilized the fabric of this pocket dimension. It's coming apart around us.
Help, my shoes are turning into lizards. I liked those shoes. What's this? All the money in my wallet is turned to moths? You'll pay for this.
No part of me is turning into animals, but I suddenly care about things. This is all your fault. Why didn't you just answer with words? Why did it have to be bees?
But you can't take back the past. You spend the next 1,000 years traveling various horrifying dimensions with the prince and your 3 pissed off friends.
Oh.
No time has passed when you return home, but you never forget. And Liam, Vera, and Polly will never forgive. You lose 2 fun and 1 charm.
That makes sense. I feel like that's exactly what would happen. This is how I imagine Kurt. I feel like that was very in
Let's
character.
go.
Wait, was that a bad outcome?
That was the bad outcome.
Oh.
Yeah. Every time you get the outcome relating to like your stats, you have a less chance of going to prom with your chosen person, and you get negatives in stats.
Right, but I just feel like that's what Kurt would do. Would open his mouth and let out the bees.
If that's how you want to play the game, that's how you play the game. I play to smooch.
Well, but if I'm gonna smooch, I want them to like me for who I am.
will.
Nerdy and bees in mouth, Kurt.
Bees in mouth. That's what the narrator asked. Why were there bees in your mouth? It's fine. Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom again. Just gonna
You're such a juvenile delinquent.
You know me. I say you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because, again, you respect no authority. On the way there, you run into Mamimi, the Oni girl. She offers you some of her weird Japanese energy drink. You take a sip. It tastes crazy as ale. You need to check the contents of this shit. Guarana seed extract, benzoic acid, 50 milligrams of caffeine, and 100 milligrams of boldness.
Ooh.
Well, it wasn't bad at all. You gain +2 boldness. Thank Mamimi and proceed to the bathrooms.
Because this is high school.
You're wondering if anyone's going to try to punch the sun anytime soon, when suddenly...
Sup, Frankie? You sun punch helping motherfucker? You really gonna help me punch the sun?
Yeah, it's what you were born to do, or something.
So, I did some research and it turns out that the sun is like pretty fucking far from Earth. You know?
Who would have ever guessed this shocking revelation?
Odie says, of course, that's not how you do it, Trooper. Human interaction is all about little lies and pretending to not be a garbage panda. Yeah, but I'm Kurt. I've got a friend familiar who I think is a tentacle. In fact,
It's part of you.
Oh,
That's
cool.
fine.
it seems like the sun is closer to space than Earth. So to get there, we're gonna need a spaceship. The only question is, where to get one of those things? Ooh.
Go to that most authoritative of all resources, WikiHow. Just check out the school spaceship. I mean, what kind of high
Ooh.
school would we be if we didn't have our own regulated high
That's
school
true.
spaceship? A very bad spaceship-less one at least.
Hey,
Oh
Hawkeye.
gosh. Which one? Hi, Hawk.
I just want you to know I'm playing Monster Prom method, in character, and I don't know what that's gonna mean for my dating life. But
I'm a little scared for your dating life. Let's see. Which one do I think should I pick? WikiHow. WikiHow sounds like a smart thing, but also just checking out the school spaceship. That
Carlin
could
says,
be-
give the correct answer, Lindsay. Don't be a trooper. We already have a trooper.
See, that's what I'm trying to do. This one's tricky because they both sound smart. Although- WikiHow could be creativity because you're trying to build one.
Right. Look, here's the thing I'm just gonna say about spitting out bees. I just feel like Liam is a vampire, and they sometimes turn into bats, so I feel like that's kind of cool. Like, maybe, Liam would like that. I mean, I realize 1,000
right.
years trapped in a pocket dimension.
I think we're gonna try the WikiHow and hope it's a creative thing and not a smart thing.
Oh, so
My creativity is higher. Because it doesn't tell you what the answer is. You have to just look at your stats and then, guesstimate which one you think. So
which one do you need?
I need the correct answer. Which is hopefully it's not a charm or a fun because those are my low stats. It's really even if it was charm and fun, it's whichever one's higher. So there's no only bold or only this.
Wait. So what
Your
happens is
stats.
right?
Yeah.
If you pick the
Dictated.
answer that is your lower one, that's the wrong one?
Yes.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Typically, yes.
I see. Go on.
All
I
right.
see.
So we'll try WikiHow. Oh, so smart. Okay, so I guess the other one may have been like fun
Maybe.
or charm.
I
Yeah.
don't- Wiki, how? Is that like Wiki Y? The permanent resource for existential crisis? Because that website is incoherent listicle shit.
Damien pulls out his phone and begins to type.
How to romance a spaceship in 12 days or less. How to eat an entire spaceship. Here we go. How to build a spaceship. Yeah. Look at all this stuff we need. A welding torch, titanium alloy, lithium batteries and fuel cells. I already own all of that. I just need to dismantle my antique bomb collection and then we'll be good to go. To the sun. Huh? This spaceship stuff is gonna be built in no time. Look out, son. You smug motherfucking nearly perfect sphere of hot plasma. Get ready to get that magnetic field you call of a face punched.
Does the sun call its magnetic field a face? Whatever. It's getting punched either way. You gain 2 boldness and 1 fun.
I just feel like, just know
That weekend, something happened to
you.
me.
Frankie. I'm just saying again. I feel like opening your mouth and letting out a swarm of bees was great. I just feel like maybe.
I feel like that answer is subjective to opinion.
I mean, did I get minuses?
Let's go.
Sure. Hey, Frankie. Do you want
You're grooming yourself in your bathroom when suddenly Liam reveals himself in your shower.
Oh.
How long has he been in there? Don't vampires need to be invited into houses or something? So many questions.
Ah, Frankie. I noticed you in class the other day admiring my collection of slightly used vintage bottle cap sex toys.
Is that what those were? Like, admiring was a strong word before, but now...
Crone's like, I'm sorry, Trooper, you're objectively wrong. You got minus stats. It's like, what? But maybe that was what it was meant to be. I'm sure you noticed that I have many strange and amazing hobbies, such that the average civilian could never hope to take on for sheer lack of creative talent. Trading fine insect legs, bottling peak toxic waste to turn into fine wines, generally being part of DIM culture. Do it myself, obviously. Truly, one of the greatest joys of embarking on a great romance is getting to share your obscure hobbies with one another. Wait, what? And I have been giving some thought to embarking on such a great romance with Kurt. But tell me, what of his hobbies? Will he have some great knowledge to share with me? Ooh.
You can say sure if you like bingo.
What? Are you not wingmanning for me? I just want to know.
Or, yeah, so I could sabotage or help you here. This is the sabotage or help section.
Oh, this is
'Cause
exciting.
sometimes you guys will have the same romance interest, and like if you have a bunch of people, someone could be the
Ooh. Well, that's
Or-
exciting.
Did you not know? Kurt is the founder and head editor of Exotic Aquatics, the guide to breeding rare fish for agility competitions. That's what I'm gonna go with, because
I feel like
I'm
that's
gonna wingman you.
Thanks. Exotic Aquatics. Why, I read that every month. I guided my prize turquoise tang Trixie through a tunnel maze based on those teachings. I had no idea it was Kurt who was responsible for that. Truly, I cannot wait to hear more about his exotic aquatic prowess. Perhaps that's Prom. Ooh.
And you sure hope that Kurt actually knows shit about fish. You say so many ridiculous things in a day, you cannot for the life of you keep track of which are true and which are lies. You'll be keeping your fingers and fins crossed for him. Meanwhile, you
Oh.
gain +3 creativity.
Well, that's nice. Oh, okay. Challenge? Svenwolf, don't get Twitch by
Challenge.
quit. Don't be kicked by Twitch.
Everybody chooses an animal. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking. A bunny.
You first.
A bunny.
A Bonnie platypus.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, sure. Here we
Yeah.
go.
Mhm.
Let's see. Oh, player
Oh.
orders decided based on how likely it would be for the selected animal to take over humankind. Start debating now. Well, if it was the planet, I'd say rabbits because they
Yes.
have a bunch of babies.
Absolutely.
But it's platypus because have you not seen Perry the platypus? If he wanted to take over humankind and not just, be the majority population.
So I'm gonna have to go with bunnies, though.
Oh,
Yes. For a number of reasons. One, as Rissa points out in chat, it must be bunnies. There was a whole song about it, right? As we know.
was there?
Yeah. Bunnies are just cute like everybody supposes.
See, I'm more familiar with Attack of the Radioactive Hamsters from a Planet Near Mars.
That's a good one. But also there
classic.
was a horror movie from the 1960s about giant rabbits. Night of the Lepus, I think it was called. And so there was a whole movie about rabbits taking over in one of those giant rabbit, giant animal horror movies from the 50s, 60s. So I really feel like rabbits with the explosion of population that we already have a whole movie about it. And there's a song
there's
in
the
Buffy.
Monty Python bunny too.
Yeah,
I
that one too.
suppose.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
And the Night of the Lepus, Vorpal Bunny, clearly bunnies. Clearly.
Clearly bunnies.
Sharp pointy
Sharp
teeth.
pointy
Let's go.
teeth. Okay. You know what?
What?
Tempted to just go for more bold, but I think maybe I'll actually go to class for
Oh,
once.
that's nice. I go to class all the time because I'm smart.
I'm not gonna go here because that's where the vendor is, so I'm gonna go to class.
Oh,
That day, you're the first one in class. You sometimes come out early because you enjoy talking to the teacher.
really?
He's a bit bitter, but in a cool way. He treats you like an adult, and the two of you discuss life and stuff in a very snarky way.
Oh,
Look at you, excelling at cliched movie tropes.
that's right.
You gain +2 smarts and +1 valuable insight that will help you face the difficulties of being young.
Aw. I bet there's a really cool song.
Normally, Damien is totally tuned out in Monstrix Civics class, but today he actually seemed excited. You ask him why.
It's because we finally got an assignment I can get behind. Write a proposal to improve your neighborhood. My neighborhood is hell, so I'm gonna come up with a kick-ass new torture. I just need to pick an idea. Drinkable termites? No, the termite lobby will be all over us. Constantly firing shotgun? No, the NRA still refuses to associate with our brand. Repeated flaying with a dull, rusty butter knife? No, it's just not quite brutal enough. Literally, damn. Got plenty of good ideas, but no great ones. Help me out
Ooh.
here, yeah?
Knife soup, a kitten you can never snuggle.
Oh.
These are both awful.
Mm.
That would be personally the worst for me, is kitten you could never snuggle. But knife soup also sounds pretty gnarly. Which answer?
Oh, see, this is
Kitten you
hard.
could never. This is hard.
This is hard.
Number
but
two.
wait, let me ask you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What would Frankie answer?
Good question. Frankie really wants to go to prom with Damien, so
Oh.
she'd answer with whatever she thinks he wants to hear. Because, she might be a little shallow, because, she spends all that time in the bathroom, slacking off in class.
Also, Harvey is pretty scary if you think about it, right? Yes. Is he a knife soup sort of fellow? Or is he...
He would love knife soup, but you can never snuggle sounds kind of creative, unless it's charm, in which case that's not the thing I want to click. Knife soup.
Just, oh.
I don't know, they can both be creative. Knife soup sounds more bold, though. You can never snuggle's just the vet's office. Not if it's me, because I'd be there because of my cats. I'd be snuggling my cat at vet's office.
I have questions.
What kind of questions?
Like, does Damien have a secret cuddle heart? Or does he just really love knife soup?
I think he just likes knife soup a lot, maybe. I don't know. He likes torture. So whatever it would be.
Yeah.
Fork flambe? Yeah.
Yeah. I see you, Hawkeye. Fork flambe. What about a sporks, though?
Sporks. Sporks are so overlooked.
I know.
I'm gonna be the crazy cat lady. I'm gonna
Do it.
click a kitten. You can never snuggle and hope it's
Okay.
creative. Oh no, it was fun. Not so fun.
No.
Oh no.
No. It's too cruel. This is hell we're talking about, not some kind of double hell.
He's not wrong.
Skinning alive? Fine. Grabbing a monster truck through some dude's chest? Totally cool. Flesh-eating kittens that devour you while you snuggle them? Sure. We've got a whole vat of those. But a kitten you can't snuggle? What kind of twisted person are you?
You're right.
Oh.
Damien withdraws from you, shuddering in terror. You never thought you'd see the day where Damien called you twisted. You lose 2 boldness, 1 charm. Oh, no. My charm is really
Alright.
bad.
Oh. Well, we know I'm not very fun. That's a true statement. But you know what I like to do? I like going to the library because that seems kind of nerdy.
Okay.
So, what is that? That's the gym? Oh, I'm not going to the gym.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the library.
That day, we spent some time on the library's PCs, mining some bitcoins.
Oh, well, I didn't. I just wanted to study.
It's just supposed to have something to do with solving algorithms and the rise of cryptocurrency.
Oh,
But you guess that nobody actually has any fucking idea how it really works.
oh,
Anyway, you gain 2 bitcoins, which is equal to $2 million.
oh, nice.
Which unfortunately is equal to 2 monster dollars, so plus 2 money.
Oh, well, thank you. Appreciate it.
You hear a cry of anguish. Sounds like several of your friends getting their asses kicked at a video game.
Oh.
And it is!
Oh,
You find Scott, Damien, and Liam and the Slayer? They're playing Federation of Fables, the infamous super competitive MOBA.
oh,
They spot you.
oh. Also, is it cool that the Slayer's here? Yeah, she's probably just dating somebody. It's fine.
Yo!
Hey, you, Kurt. We need your help. We can't let these noobs win.
I'll do the Slayer.
It's true. This is so serious that we put our feud aside to team up against a greater evil. 13-year-old brats that think they're better at us than FOF.
We were kicking their asses, but their jungler used a super special skill on our mage that cursed him to roam the desert for 40 years in real life.
FOF developers are crazy as fuck. This game is insane.
We need to destroy their base soon or we'll lose.
Or you can trust me. I'm playing Wally Rex, the Dino Diplomat. I'm in negotiations with one of them. If we reach an agreement, the senseless bloodbath will end in a peaceful truce. We need to destroy their base before Liam does his lame diplomatic thing.
I'm Joe the Hole Digger. I'm digging holes to see what happens. I might find a bone.
Don't help us in any way, Wolf Boy.
Not if I can find a super cool bone.
Maybe like a +3 bone. Come on, Kurt. Join this alliance. Let's fight the good fight.
Now it all comes down to making the right choice. Which absurd character will the game changer in this match?
Oh. Oh. No one just start dancing very stylish way. This always solves your problems. No, it does not. Gary, the game developer, might have created. Oh yeah, 100%. You got to talk to
All right.
Gary, the game
Gary,
developer.
the game developer.
Yeah.
So creative.
Gary, that's a super risky choice, dude.
Developing a game isn't a fun task. There's lots of risk and uncertainty. It is not a wise career to choose. Look at him. He's hiding in a bush while developing video games. Not smart.
Go Gary!
No, he just spent all his bar bits of money.
What's that? Gary using his 2-star skills, asking his parents for money, and running a start kicker? Impressive.
He released his game. What is it? FOF Federation of Fables inside Federation of Fables?
Damien, look at the other champs. They're starting to play Federation of Fables and Federation of Fables instead of trying to destroy our base.
Whoa! They're leaving behind any drive or direction in life, just so they can focus on Fofy-Fof.
Guys, their base is open. Let's go.
Who knew? Gary's a badass motherfucker.
Yeah, Kurt is the real deal.
Everyone is so stoked for the victory that they forgot a classmate of yours would be running the desert for 40 years. But you gain +2 fun and +1 spots.
Gee willikers. Because, you know, at least I'm, like, I was using my smart people think I'm fun. That might offset the 1,000 years in that weird pocket dimension situation?
It's, we'll find out.
Fofi fof.
Everybody chooses something cool. Say your
Oh.
choice out loud to the rest of the players before clicking. Something cool. Pick something cool, Trooper.
Sunglasses at night. Right? Because that's
That is pretty cool.
right. I feel like.
I'm gonna go with parkour.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sunglasses at night, parkour.
Yes.
Player has decided on how weird it would be to find the selected thing as the prize in a Happy Meal. Start debating now.
Oh, parkour. That makes no sense. Right? Like,
Yeah.
that'd be weird. Like if,
That would be really weird to find parkour in a Happy Meal.
but you could find like some like
You
toy
could find nice
sunglasses.
sunglasses,
Yeah,
yeah.
totally. But like, if you open
Parkour.
up your Happy Meal and then like parkour people just ran out, that'd be weird.
Or if it was just like a little pamphlet and it was like how to parkour. That'd be weird.
That'd be weird. Or if somebody tried to parkour off of your Happy Meal, like that would
Yeah.
also be pretty weird.
That'd be really weird.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Yeah.
That's you, because that's weird.
Parkour.
Yeah.
Oh, it's lunch.
Oh, lunch. Oh,
Let's go.
It's me.
it's a me, Mario.
It's a me. Oh, that's the coven vendor.
what's
I'm
the-
gonna go with my love interest.
What's the
Oh,
coven
they're-
vendor?
They're like Coven is so there's like the side characters. The Slayer's one of them.
Uh-huh.
The Coven's another one. Sometimes you'll see the PE coach in here at the
Oh.
cafeteria. And just you get a stat boost from them of some sort, or the interdimensional prince. I love him. He's in here sometimes. But I'm gonna go with my love interest because I'm trying to go to prom.
Oh, right. Prom.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to go to prom.
Parkour for Happy Meal. Who are we? Devin Super Champ.
I'm Damien and Vera, hunched over a scale model of spooky National Bank, made of milk cartons, lunch trays, and kitchen bags.
Well, that's mysterious.
All right, we'll go in through the side entrance, disable the alarms with an EMP, and blow the safe.
Why don't we just blow up the side entrance, blow up the alarms, and blow up the safe?
Because we only have so much force. C4, Damien.
That sounds like a personal problem. What's this thing?
Damien points at a kosher dill pickle in front of the vault labeled Police Ogre. That's the Police Ogre. He's got eyes all the way around his head, never sleeps, doesn't take primes, and is invincible in combat.
Can we blow him up?
Name game.
No, we can't blow him up. We need to find a way around him.
I've got to sing the name game. Give me a second. Ooh, deception check. The name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme, or maybe also Lindy can, out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name, I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F, more an M will appear. And then I say bow at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain, then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Go ahead, you do it. Lindy, do it.
No.
Deception check! Deception check, bo, deception check, banana, fan, fo, deception check, fee, fi, mo, deception check. Deception check. Thank you. See, deception check's a hard one, but like, it's good. I like it. Thank you, deception check. Well, I'm all out of ideas. Yo, Frankie, we'll cut you in on the heist if you can solve this ogre problem for us.
Oh, I like that pun. Peter Parkour fits in
Ooh.
a Happy Meal. She's Spider-Man.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. He also is a parkour artist, right?
Peter Parkour. Yes, Peter Parkour would be. I don't know Peter Parker, but Peter Parkour. Luckily, you're a heist mastermind. Before Vera or Damien can react, you rob the bank myself and split the money with Vera. Eat the pickle. I'm gonna eat the pickle. I'm gonna eat that pickle.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
In the movie Grease, I believe it was Kanicki who says to Rizzo, "Bite the pickle," and then she says, "With relish." And anyway, go on. That's what that's.
The flash. You snatch the pickle off the table and bite it in half.
Yeah, success. Suck it, ogre.
That doesn't actually solve the.
Look, Vera. Now the path to the vault is clear. We can blow it open and walk out with the cash.
But the ogre is still there.
The map doesn't lie, Vera. I see no ogre.
Fine. Why don't you two just rob the bank then? I'll focus on my illegal drug trade. You're happy to share a romantic heist with Damien. Together you eat the actual ogre just like you ate the pickle. And everyone knows police overs are the ultimate aphrodisiac.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
Gosh, that was a great lunch for you.
It was a good lunch. How's your lunch gonna be with?
I'm just nervous about sitting
Liam?
with Liam. Should I just talk to the coven?
No, talk with Liam. Because you haven't met Miranda yet, and she's
Okay.
my favorite.
Okay, we'll do that then. Except I met
You
Miranda.
find Liam artfully arranging his food while Miranda diligently sorts her silverware. Neither of them is eating, obviously.
Oh. Have you found it yet?
I'm trying, Liam, but finding the perfect silverware for your cafeteria food pick is an art, not a science.
How hard can it be? It's just silverware.
Just silverware?
And I suppose the food in your food picks is just food.
No, it's a metaphor for urban consumption in a postmodern industrialized mega society.
Well, my silverware is a metaphor for
Silverware?
Is that not enough?
It's more than enough. But can we hurry it along? The lighting is perfect right now, and I don't want to lose it.
You're a bit of a silverware aficionado yourself. Maybe you can speed up the selection process while simultaneously demonstrating your knowledge.
Try the picture fork. It's a fork for taking pictures of. Nothing conveys elegance and tastes like a gloating spoon. Oh.
Ooh, this one's tricky.
Try the picture fork. It's a fork for taking pictures of.
Maybe the picture fork?
Nothing conveys elegance and tastes like a gloating spoon. Golly gee.
This one is a Liam or Miranda question.
Is it?
It is.
So
yeah, I think the picture fork, because he's into the photography.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You don't think it's too literal for him? Not sophisticated enough?
She likes gloating. It's true. It's a big. She's a princess.
Oh, okay. Well, try the picture fork. It's a fork for taking pictures of. The picture fork? Miranda, why didn't you suggest the picture fork?
It seemed too on the nose, and a fork does not belong on one's nose.
It was pretty on the nose. But look at this fork. It's so vintage. Slightly tarnished silver, a pineapple filial.
It was manufactured thusly by the palace queensmiths.
Don't tell me that. It makes it less authentic. Just place it in the correct location for my food pick.
Very well. The correct location is across the plate, as if left haphazardly while enjoying a delicious meal.
So nonchalant. Love it.
Liam's so impressed with your selection. He spends hours with you after lunch,
Oh.
picking out filters. You miss class, but it's worth it.
Gee whiz, I missed class. Ooh, challenge.
Challenge. Chooses an occupation. Say your choice out loud to the rest of the class before clicking.
Lumberjack.
Oh, that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with. Taste science, like a food scientist, like taste scientist. Taste tester.
Carlin asked if I'm
Oh.
okay. I'm totally okay. Lumberjack is like, I feel like Lumberjack is
Food taster, poison tester.
food taster, poison tester. Okay, I'm ready.
Yep.
I'm ready. How boring a VR
Boring.
simulator is based.
Ooh.
Oh,
I feel like both of those would be exciting.
yeah. I
If you-
I do work all night and I sleep all day. I chop down trees. Okay, so
I could totally, having played a decent amount of VR, I could totally see either of those being a VR game. Do we want to just random this one? Because they
Wait.
both sound super plausible.
wait, I can
Okay.
make. This is tricky. Okay,
Mhm.
I could make a case for food taster, poison selector being more boring than Lumberjack in the VR world. It's a VR game, right?
Mhm.
Lumberjack, you get to do physical things. Like you get to chop trees, you know what I mean? Like there's like a lot of physical things you could do, which I think could be fun. But as a food taster, you don't actually get to taste the food. So all you actually get to do in the VR is just like put food in your mouth.
Depends on the game developer. How much VR have you played, Trooper?
With goggles?
Yeah, with the VR headset.
None.
They could both be equally fun. It would really depend on how the game is set up.
How would you set up
I've played
Poison Tester VR game?
So it could be one of those things where like it's less of just tasting the food and more like interacting with people and the dinners and stuff.
Yeah. Where like
They could both be they could both
Yeah.
be equally fun.
Yeah.
And like trying to discern based on like look and like going around, or maybe like going back into the kitchens and trying to find out who's poisoning or whatever, you know.
Okay, that could be fun.
But Lumberjack, you could be like doing all like that's why I say they could both be equally fun.
Yeah. And I imagine if you had like move plates
Because
from
there's
point
this
A to
one
point
game
B.
that my husband loves called Job Simulator, and it makes being like a convenience store clerk job hilariously fun. So I mean, VRs can just make it crazy.
Carlin says that Lumberjack is the most dangerous job in the world, just FYI. Well,
One of them, yeah.
you know, kickback of like chainsaws. My godfather was cutting down trees when I lived in the mountains. Kicked back and hit his leg and he had to go to the hospital, but we lived in the middle of nowhere and there was no hospital. Like closest hospital was like 50 miles away. So there was like a temporary tourniquet and then like old truck and then down mountain roads and yeah. He didn't die.
Do we want to random this one? Because they
Yeah.
both sound equally fun.
I'm into it. Ooh. All right.
All right, there we go.
Lumberjacks and fishing, higher death rates than most combat theaters. Makes sense. Oh, it's the evening. That's nice.
Let's go.
It is the evening. I lost some boldness, so I'm going to be a delinquent and try to get it back.
You're going to the bathroom in the middle of the night?
Yeah, because I don't respect no authority, Trooper.
I'm worried about you. When the elixir wire, something happens. Oh, right. Not conductive, not mortal.
That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. While in the bathroom, you tell yourself in the mirror that you're so bold you would kill a tiny, big-eyed turtle with your bare hands.
Why would you do that?
That monstrous act would instantly give you 500 boldness. But come on, you're just talking to yourself in the mirror. What's the merit in that? You know what? You can keep 2 boldness anyways for saying that to yourself out loud.
Oh, that's nice.
1 tow truck, 2 tons of rocket fuel, and 3 gallons of whiskey later, you and Damien are ready to fly to space and punch the sun.
Wait, look, Trooper, where they were building Frankie, they put an old lady's bladder in her. Stop shaming her. Maybe that's why she's going to the bathroom all the time. That's fair. As an almost had to split wood for the long New England winters, one summer I was splitting and a shard of wood kicked back and sliced my chest. It's true. It's true. Look, looks like everything's packed. I've got the beef jerky sandwiches, my sun punching gloves, and I even renamed the ship.
You see that Damien has painted SS Fuck on the side of the rocket in blood.
Are you? All right, son, are you ready to get punched? Too bad, because we're coming to... Uh-oh.
Stop right there, evildoers!
Oh, great. Isn't it if it's the good grade brigade come to shit in the punch bowl? What do you nerds want?
Put an end to your nefarious schemes, of course. We'll admit to being a bit surprised that the mere secondary character turned out to be this season's big bad.
Secondary character?
But flying to space itself, intent on delivering a deadly blow to the very sun, giver of life, banisher of darkness. It is a plan truly befitting the climax of our mid-season arc. You must be stopped.
What the dog dick are you guys talking about? I just want to punch the sun because the sun is dumb. And to prove to Scott that I'm the ultimate warrior.
We are not fooled. We know your true motives and we will not rest until you are defeated.
I do not have time for this shit. Frankie, can you get rid of these dweebs? I'd do it, but the police say I've already exceeded my murder quota for the week. Oh.
The way are you letting these witches get between you and your red spicy man crush? But what to do?
It's a good question.
For an elaborate scroll proving that your mission to punch the sun is part of an ancient and righteous quest, or no, you fools, the sun was the big bad all you long.
Ooh, wow.
Ooh.
Oh. These are both
Okay.
good. Yeah, I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Ooh, yeah.
This one's hard.
Hmm.
They could either. There's no you fools. The sun was the big bet all along.
Krellin says that shouting is
Totally.
always bold.
Shouting, almost always bold.
And Damon does like to shout a lot.
Does. But forging an elaborate skull proving that our mission to punch the sun as part of an ancient righteous quest could be creativity?
I'm a bit more creative than I am bold right now.
Luckily, none of those are charming.
Hopefully, yeah. Yeah. Or fun.
Mm,
Or money. Definitely not money.
I didn't.
Smarts, maybe.
Yeah. Ooh.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm. So hard.
So
Both
how do
so
they decide
good.
what the right answer is?
It's because each answer always pertains to a stat, and
Mhm.
it's whichever is the higher out of your stats.
But what if you pick the right answer, but it's your lower stat? Like, what if?
Well, then that's not the right answer. It's always there. It's whatever stat. There's a path for either answer.
Oh.
It depends
see.
on what your highest stat is.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
I got it.
Mhm.
If it's your lower stat,
If
it's
it's
the
your
wrong
lowest stat,
answer.
it's the wrong answer. Yeah, that's how it took me a while to figure that out, and I
But-
was very disappointed a lot of times in
But
trying to
then-
go to prom.
But then maybe it's okay because if it's the lower stat, then your stat becomes lower, and then you know that you're bad at that because you got worse at it.
Did you go to prom, Trooper?
Mm.
It's the end of the world if you don't go to prom,
I'm gonna go to
practically.
prom. I'm gonna-
I want to go to prom. We'll see. Okay. I am
Oh.
pretty bold. That does seem kind of
It's
creative.
more like a skill check than a question. Yeah, Shmo, so that's right. It's like a skill
Yeah,
check, right? Yeah.
It's more like a skill check.
Yeah.
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 That could totally be smarts though. My smarts. You know what? Let's know you fools. The sun was the bid bag. We'll go with the shouting.
Shout.
And hope it's not
Shout.
the top one. Oh,
Ooh.
it's charming
Oh.
somehow.
I see what you're trying to do.
Damon gives you a knowing wink. Oh no.
Paradise Betrayal. Yeah, guys, the sun is the fucking worst. You guys seen the way it helps plants
no.
grow? I mean, like, fuck plants, right? Plants.
Oh.
Luckily, Lindy, you are not your character. So while you, Lindy, may be devastated by the disparagement against plants, I bet Frankie hates plants. Who knows?
She probably does. But she's not gonna hate. She's gonna hate not getting rid of the coven.
That's fair.
How else is she gonna go to space with Damien and punch the sun?
But it seems like it did well. And it's always revealing my position before I can sneak up on someone and stab them to death. Hate that. If that's not evil, I don't know what is.
Yeah, I think it's pretty apparent that you don't know what evil is.
You don't know what evil is. I'm a demon. I'm literally from hell. I'm evil as shit.
You're doing an extremely bad job of convincing us that you're not the big bad.
I am the big bad. I'm like the biggest bad. I punt puppies and my dick is huge.
Right. Okay. You're not getting anywhere near that spaceship.
Oh, come on. What did I say?
I'm sure Damien will find a way to blame you for this eventually. So you get out while you can. You lose 2 charm and 1 smarts. I'm so not charming.
Oh, no.
All right.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the auditorium.
You get creative.
Because I feel like I shouldn't go to class. But also, yeah, I'm gonna go to the auditorium.
Yeah, that's auditorium. That's
Right?
fun.
Yeah.
That day while rehearsing for the class play, you do a terrific job at acting.
Thank you.
You act so hard that some of your classmates in the audience throw roses at you. 7, to be exact.
Oh,
Damn, roses aren't a valid currency or stat in this game.
dang it.
Anyway, you check your converter app to see if this could translate into anything a bit more useful.
Yeah?
It seems 7 roses equals 2 creativity points.
Oh,
Sweet, you gain +2 creativity.
thanks. I'm very balanced.
Bot strolls by, happily munching on something. Liam gapes at him appalled.
What on earth are you eating, Scott?
It's delicious new flavor of Fangles potato chips. Maximum Ultimate Double BBQ Massacre.
Really? Because it looks like a raw severed goat head inside a cardboard tube.
Oh, yeah, I guess it does. Could have sworn it was potato chips. Still tasty, though.
Tasty? Tasty? Does wanton environmental destruction sound tasty to you?
I don't know. Is that a kind of jerky?
No, Scott. Don't you realize that in order to harvest these goat heads, Fangles and Co. decapitate millions of innocent goats every year?
But what do they do with the bodies of the goats?
Nothing. It's a horrendously wasteful practice.
Oh no, all those poor headless goat bodies running around and bumping into things. We have to stop them.
Wait, really? I was just trying to make you feel guilty. I didn't actually have a plan of action. But if someone were to suggest one... Gosh. Assemble an army of vengeful undead goat torsos? Or write an extremely mean blog post?
Ooh,
Well,
tough.
right. So, I feel like I might actually write an extremely mean blog post because I'm Kurt. But I feel like Kurt would think, but what would be most effective? Like, I personally would write an extremely mean blog post. I think that's what Kurt would do, but I think Kurt recognizes with something this desperate that maybe in assembling an army of vengeful undead goat torsos is the more effective way to go about stopping the problem. So, like, you know, what do you think?
It's a hard one.
Yeah. Because assemble an army with leadership. Leadership is not even a skill.
Yeah, smarts, bold, creativity, charm, fun, and money. It's not money.
I don't think either of those are fun.
I mean, it could surprise you.
Kurt overthinks everything and always saboteurs himself. That's his main character trait. Like, so I just feel like the big bad evil company wouldn't care about a blog post. We're gonna have to go with goat torsos.
All right. Oh, so smart.
Ah, yes, necromancy, the ultimate tool in the protester's arsenal.
Oh, can I run on a goat? Can I? Huh?
Of course you can ride a goat. In fact, given your size, you'll probably need to ride several.
What's a several? Is it a really big goat?
No time to explain basic concepts, Scott. We've got an invasion to orchestrate. Invasion.
As long as you're reanimating things, you reanimate some severed goat heads too. They'll eat anything, which totally helps to clean your room. You gain +2 creativity and +1 smarts.
Huh. Gee whiz. Yay! I did good.
Weekend, something happened to
Oh,
you.
because I'm just saying that, like, he would write the blog post, but he knows.
You're practicing your moves against the invisible ninjas, who are totally real and totally after you, when you spy a much more visible threat.
Yo, Fuckhammer, I need your advice about something. Do you know what the most powerful force on Earth is? Stronger than anvils or swords or my 9-pack abs? It's love. I think I just might be in it, you know, with your buddy Frankie.
Oh, look at his little blush. It was so cute.
And sure, love is already hardcore, just because the feelings are so strong, and that's badass. But the love will be doubly as strong and badass if it turns out that Frankie's as hardcore as I think she is. And of course, there's really only one way to judge a person's true soul. You know her pretty well. Do you know what her inner murder weapon should be?
Duh, of course you do. By which you mean you're happy to totally make it up on the spot. So now's the time to decide Frankie's fate. Fun, right? Don't be a dick unless you want to, in which case totally go for it.
No, but Kurt's nice. Major cardiovascular diseases. Frankie's the ultimate murderer, the leading cause of death worldwide, and something capable of catching up to tough motherfuckers who have stopped everything else. An electric chair. That's how boring Frankie is. No, she would not be standard government-related death. No, Frankie would be super badass. She'd be like...
Major cardiovascular diseases.
She totally would be. She would go and, like, sneak up on you, and you wouldn't even know it.
Wouldn't know it.
Absolutely. Damn. I wouldn't have even thought of that. If major cardiovascular diseases were a knife, they would be the sharpest and deadliest knife ever. If they were a sword, they would be 2 katanas. If they were a gun, they'd be an atomic bomb. Wow. A cardiovascular disease was raging in Frankie this entire time, and I never even knew it.
Well, that's confusingly worded, to say the least. But luckily, since you were the one who started this metaphor, you know that Frankie isn't likely to die. Unless she is dying to go to prom with Damien, in which case, bam, you're welcome, Frankie. And you gain +3 boldness for yourself.
Me? Gee whiz.
Let's trade places.
Oh.
A celebrity. Ooh. Chuck Norris.
Oh, Paris Hilton.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Database. How likely does the selected celebrity is secretly part of a cult? Start
Ooh.
debating now.
Okay. Yeah, so that's tricky
Yeah.
because
'Cause I feel like Paris Hilton would be in a cult, but Chuck Norris has his own cult.
yes. Krellin says random because I feel like they both have their own kinds of cults, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
because I feel like Paris Hilton's cult would be like Goop or whatever it is by like what's her face, Gwyneth Paltrow, where like you think it's some kind of like like oh it's just like come in for a spa day, but then it's not a spa day at all.
Not a
It's-
spa day.
Yeah, like it's bad is what it is, right? It's like not a good thing that happens to you. And Chuck Norris, like they're gonna like Chuck Norris's cult's gonna raise Cthulhu, and Paris Hilton's cult is like a pyramid scheme, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, something like that. There's a lot of it's like Fight Club,
Yeah,
kind of probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we'll random it.
We'll do it.
Yeah.
But Paris Hilton isn't secretly in a cult. We've known that for years. Chuck
All
Norris
right,
brainwashed the
Kurt.
cults with a roundhouse kick. Oh.
Oh, this is the last day.
Oh gosh.
We have one day, one lunch, and
Alright.
one night left before
Wait.
prom.
That seems unfair.
For 3 weeks, man. It's tough.
Oh, it's my go? Oh,
Your go.
gee, golly.
Keep in mind that the vendor is in the classroom,
What?
so you won't be able to get any smarts from going to class today.
Well, what does the vendor do for you?
You can buy things from them
Like
if you have
what?
enough money. Sometimes it's like you can buy stat boost items, and sometimes this late in the game, some items will be unavailable to buy because they're like specific romance line or like plot line, like secret ending unlock things, you know.
I'm gonna go to the classroom 'cause I've never been there and I don't know what it's
Go
like.
for it.
Show me that money.
Hey stranger, it's been a while. Missed you. It's okay. You can look at my stuff.
Hey, cat person. Welcome to my little shop. Buy some shit. I have shit that will like boost your stats. Shit will lead you to stupid new adventures. Even some shit that might be much needed at some very specific moments. So, take a look. Okay, well, all right. Oh, okay. I'm too poor for things. High school, a PR agent. A PR agent. Well, I don't.
That would give you more charm.
I see. Tampon by the former prom queen. Blood rituals.
Name game.
Huh? Ooh, the name game. Ambara Garwood. I don't know what that's gonna do for me. That seems sketchy. A Russian novel with insightful approach to universal matters such as love and death. Oh, that seems interesting. Right? Love and death?
Mm-hmm.
I bet Liam likes that. Sexy fake Latin accent. Oh, that could be good too.
I think that's could be charm
Oh.
as well.
I'm too poor for that.
But you only need it for the reverse Romanian Wilkinson.
Oh, I don't. Oh. Fake badass tattoo. No, I wouldn't do that.
That'll give you bold.
No. That gift that keeps on giving. See, I'm wise enough to know when a gift needs giving.
That's a random item, I think.
Some impractical yet kind of funny glasses.
I think that's a fun boost.
Fun. I'm too poor for cocaine.
Yep.
Right.
Creativity boost.
A motivational poster. So here's what I'm feeling. I feel like we go with the Russian.
Okay.
Because I just feel like if I want to romance a vampire, you know? Hello, I'm Bar Garwin. So what do you think? You think yes? I don't even know what that's going to give
Whatever
me.
you want to buy. Yeah.
I'm going to buy it.
I mean,
Thank you.
go for it. You
Oh.
got smarts.
Oh, sweet. Remember the first rule of Shop Club, no refunds. Oh, thanks.
Let's go.
Fair's way to cocaine. Not for using though. She's a dealer. That's fair. That's fair. Hey, by the way, I'm Bar Garwin. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name. I treat her like I wasn't there. And then a B or an F. Or an M will appear. And then I say bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, and foe. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. And then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. And Bargarwin, and Bargarwin, Barbarwin, boop, and Bargarwin, banana, fanner, foof, and Bargarwin, fee, fi, and Bargarwin. And Bargarwin, the name game. Thank you, Ambar Garwin. Thank you very much. What are you gonna do?
Oh, I think you know.
Are you gonna go to the bathroom?
I'm trying to redeem myself in Damien's eyes, and he's not gonna, I gotta look cool. I gotta look tough. I gotta be bold. Cardiovascular disease.
Okay. That day you skipped class intending to spend the term in the bathroom. Did you ever go to class? You went once, that's right.
I went once. I went once to class.
Once.
Although I will say I did go to the bathroom every time on one playthrough, and I got a Steam achievement for it. It was like, I don't remember what it was, but it was very entertaining, and I laughed.
And I'm not going to judge your old lady bladder that they put in you.
That's fine. It's, I mean, look, she's obviously just barely held together, barely keeping it together.
It's true.
I gotta get that jolt from that car battery,
It's
keep going.
Let's keep going. All right, I'm ready. I'm doing it. Go ahead.
But you encounter 3 wild hyenas on the way there.
Really?
Who the fuck runs security here?
I don't know.
Anyways, you go to subdue them with the help of a haircomb. God bless the monster scouts and all the idiotic scenarios they prepared you for.
Strange, but go on.
By the time you get to the bathrooms, you've totally gained a +2 bonus.
Oh.
You're casually reading the latest issue of Monster Magazine when you're rudely interrupted.
You see, even Frankie, a sensible monster with a good head on her shoulders and at least some smarts, is reading Monster Magazine.
Yeah, and that's bad because we're warriors, so we need to fight. Scott takes the magazine from you and punches it. Hooray! Let's go solve another one of the world's major problems!
No, Scott. We're social justice warriors. You see, Frankie, ever since our major success with the fungal goat head debacle, we've taken upon ourselves to stand up against injustice.
By punching magazines.
No, Scott. No. As you no doubt noticed, Monster Magazine's sexiest monster alive this year is, well, Count Victor von Musclebod, the werewolf prince bodybuilder. That makes him the 5th royal werewolf bodybuilder in a row to win the title. What about those of us with leaner physiques? What about representation? So, we're endeavoring to get Monster Magazine to name someone from a more marginalized community as their sexiest creature alive.
Oh. We just need to figure out a way to convince them, since I guess punching the magazine wasn't good enough. All you need to do to solve everyone's body image issues forever is... Oh no.
Okay.
See, I messed up twice. Now David isn't even here. And the
No, but I talked you up. He likes you. We had a whole conversation, he and I.
I know. I don't know if it was enough though. We'll
Oh,
see.
I told him that you were cardiovascular disease.
Yeah, I know.
That's like
Maybe he googled it. I don't know. Make our own version of the magazine featuring with blackjack and hookers. I mean, with 3-winged chupacabra on the cover.
Okay, fair.
Lean heavily into the warrior part. Storm Monster Magazine and hold the editor-in-chief captive until he promises to stop exclusively promoting one aesthetic as the pencil. Yeah, let's storm the castle.
Yeah, that seems bold.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
That seems bold.
Yeah. But also, I
Bold,
feel
creative.
like just making your own magazine as high school students is not going to have the systemic change that you want.
Yeah. Oh yeah, good plan. I love being a warrior.
I'll admit, it does sound like an attention-grabbing demonstration, if nothing else.
Hot diggity dog. With that, you're off to storm the Monster Magazine headquarters, using the element of surprise. Your second favorite element, right after nitrogen. You're able to overpower Monster Magazine security and march straight into the editor-in-chief's office.
We demand better representation.
We demand to be warriors!
It's time we use our weapons.
And our fists! Men are fighting!
To sit down and have a heartfelt conversation about the damage lack of representation can do to society.
The heartfelt conversation is very felt by the heart and quite conversation-y. It delves deeply into the editor-in-chief's own deeply rooted body image issues and how idealizing werewolves makes him feel more comfortable. You all agree that he should be in therapy, and he agrees that he should do a special issue of Monster devoted to all kinds of beauty. Hooray! You gain 2 fun and 1 charm. Oh, and no longer have 1 charm. That's great.
Yeah, you're much more charming than last time. It's a challenge.
Twice as charming, technically.
200%. 100% more charming. Ritual
Okay,
Hell
choose
is
something-
fond of nitrogen. Something bad.
Getting hit by a car.
That's not
As
bad.
a
That's fun.
Pedestrian.
I've seen it in movies. Seems fun.
I've had it happen. It's not fun.
I got hit by a car when I was on a bicycle. That wasn't fun. But I didn't die because I knew
I
that
didn't either, because I'm still here.
right, as far as you know. But I remember as I was being hit by the car thinking, oh, I cannot die right now, because if I do, I will be late for class, and my students will think that I just flaked out on them. So I didn't die, because I needed to
was
go to
just
class.
trying to push my shopping cart through the like people crosswalk intersection with, like, you know, hot pink lumber and a bright orange cart in the Home Depot parking lot. You'd think I was very visible, but
Yeah.
apparently not.
So you get getting hit with a car.
Getting hit by a car
Right. Okay.
as a pedestrian, specifically.
Okay. Left at the altar, another botch ritual. I'm gonna want something that's a good contrast to that.
Okay.
That's bad. I'm gonna go with Okay. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Being dropped into a dunk tank full of like insects. Like in that
Okay, that's bad.
that reality show Fear Factor, whatever it was. I was like, no, why would I do that? Like, I think, like, I don't even know what the prices are. I think the prices are like, if you do this, you get $500. It's like, why would I ever do this? So I'm gonna say, being dunked into a
bug tank.
bug tank while on television. That's what
Okay.
my dear experiences have also been like. This isn't in my. Yeah, no, I don't know. When I get a near-death experience, which has happened sometimes, I just get really weird. Like, oh well, you know,
Mine have always been like, huh, so is this how it happens?
yeah, it's like I get very calm in that moment. And I
Kinda
was like,
lame.
It's like, well, I can't die right now.
All right.
It's, you know, people wouldn't know. Okay.
Oh, yours for sure.
Such a thing was part of a torture device or a legal punishment.
Yours would be a terrible torture device.
Yeah.
Bugs in
Yeah.
a tank? Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
You.
Did you ever see Indiana Jones: The Temple of Doom?
Yeah, yes.
Right. So you know
Holy
Kate Capshaw, right. And here's the thing, you know that
But she used to stick her arm in the bug.
yeah. So how's this? He was Steven Spielberg, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, was dating her at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Which is super professional to date anyway. And he told her that there would not be any live bugs in that shot because she was like had like panic attack, anxiety stuff about the bugs. And he's like, "Don't worry, we won't have real bugs." And then he totally put real bugs in there, even though even though she told him it was like a real problem. Like she was like, "Lines and veils. I have a line on real bugs," and he's like, "Cool, don't worry about it. We won't have real bugs." He's like, "Real bugs." I was like, "That's all." So I have to go and hang out somewhere with people. I'm gonna go try hanging out with my friend.
With your love interest.
Maybe.
Okay. You take your seat beside arguably the 2 coolest monsters in all of Spooky High. Here's hoping you can keep up.
Elvira, you are eating manticore steaks again.
Yes, and it's delicious.
Don't you know the amount of cruelty involved in the mainstream meat production industry?
Yeah, and it's delicious. Besides, Liam, you're a vampire. Don't you only consume things that are dead?
Well, yes, I suppose, but it's always ethically sourced, organic, free range, and human. The human population is out of control, and eating them is the most environmentally responsible thing to do.
Listen, Liam,
Yes.
I happen to have a personal feud with every single animal I eat.
Oh.
I make sure to meet all of them first and ensure I'm devouring only the ones I hate the most.
Oh.
Makes it extra tasty.
Well, then, Surely you can inflict such pain without going through the cruel meat industry and supporting factory farming. And isn't home cruelty better anyway?
You may actually have a point there. If I get my hands in the pot, I can inflict even more effective and specific pain. And I bet there's a way to make money off of this too.
Hang on. Somehow I've ended up arguing against my own interests here.
Liam, do you want to find innovative and creative ways to move society forward, or do you want to oppose cruelty like every other weak mainstream loser?
Vera.
She's vicious. She's fierce.
You can actually hear Liam's brain shaking as he struggles between his desire to be perceived as ethical and his desire to be perceived as creative. Maybe you can step in and help out.
Oh, gee whiz. Kron's like, and now you know why I always date Vera. Oh, gosh. The animals you kill may lose their lives, but what about their afterlives? Instead of letting their spirits go to waste as the byproduct of the meat industry, let's serve their eternal souls as a side dish. Liam, animals are already suffering from ignorance. If Vera wanted to increase their pain, the best we can do is to teach them the concept of death, so they really feel for their fate. Let's educate the cattle on metaphysics. Wow. Virtual, this is my first time playing it too.
Isn't it hilarious?
Lindy is my guide. So here's the thing. I feel like we go with metaphysics.
Okay.
Why? Because I feel like also serving up their eternal souls seems not very nice.
All right.
But maybe if we teach them metaphysics, it will increase their fear, but maybe they'll have an uprising.
Possible.
Yeah. Yes. Well, I can't condone animal cruelty, but I wholeheartedly support animal education. I do like animals, but their illiteracy is my fourth least favorite thing about them. Right between their poor taste in fashion and simplistic views on German cinema. This is very true.
Not the worst idea you've ever had. Although, face it, Kid, you are known for having pretty terrible ideas about 50% of the time.
Gee whiz, I don't.
I don't really see you building an empire out of private schools for cattle. But with my business acumen, I guess it's possible.
And I can rest secure in the knowledge that I'm solving the bovine education crisis.
Helping Liam help cows is like helping you help Liam choose you to go to prom with.
Oh. Oh.
Or something.
Oh.
Let's go.
Ooh, Frankie. This is my first time playing this game. This is amazing. Sorry.
I could just go for the interdimensional prince, but no, I might still have a shot with Damien. We'll try it.
Wait, were you gonna flirt with the
Maybe. The game doesn't let you flirt, but I like to flirt with the interdimensional prince because I love the interdimensional prince. I would woo him if I could. Anyways,
As usual, Miranda sits before her immaculate array of carefully arranged silverware. Damien, predictably, is examining her biggest knife.
So, this is the one for killing people, right?
Disgraceful.
good heavens, no. This is the butter dagger. It would be unseemly to use it on me.
So what then? Am I supposed to use this scrawny-looking knife to kill a dude?
No. If you simply must kill someone mid-meal, it is customary to use the fish knife. This is merfolk court silverware, after all.
That tiny thing? Might as well wait for my victim to die of old age.
That is usually how it's done in my kingdom, yes. Powder poison.
This is ridiculous. Yo, you there. Which knife would you use to kill a guy? And don't say the fish knife.
The fish knife, no. A spoon. What, you need blades to kill people?
You're so bold.
Spoon. Perfect for the eyeballs.
Jack Harkness, holy shit, that's so much more metal. Why didn't I think of that? Jack Harkness. You can go to prom with all the side characters, including the shop cat. I didn't know that.
I didn't know you could go with the interdimensional prince. I need that now.
Well,
I need to go to prom with the interdimensional
Krellin
prince.
says that you can, that it is possible.
Oh my gosh.
I guess when the only tool you have is a knife, every problem looks like a problem you should stab with a knife. Thank you for opening my eyes to the world of silverware-related murder.
But which spoon? This is very important. Do you mean the teaspoon or the dessert spoon? Or perhaps the caviar spoon? No. None are appropriate.
What about this spoon here? The one with the jagged edges on it. Like that Alanis Morissette album, Jagged Little Pill.
Oh, you mean the murder spoon? Of course not. That's for hard-boiled eggs.
Damien nods thoughtfully, but pockets the spoon. Miranda's not looking. Looks like this school's about to get a lot messier.
Damien, we should talk about this. If you can't kill
He's
someone with a
just
metal
my
teacup,
hot murder boy, okay?
Yeah.
It's just-
then you're not. Then you're being ridiculous. I got that Riddick comment. Object.
I'm gonna go with something on my desk.
Okay.
A plush lobster.
Plush lobster. I'm gonna go with, of course, because it's on brand, I will go with a pipe,
It's a good one.
but it is not a pipe. Go ahead.
Oh, all right.
Mhm.
Player orders decided on how good the selected object would be as your only weapon in a battle royale situation. Well, not me. This wouldn't be very effective in a battle royale. That would be more effective because you could hold the
Yeah, and stab them.
mhm.
Or
Yeah.
you could light it and then blow tobacco unfiltered,
Uh-huh.
right? Like just blow the smoke at them so they could then get lung
Sure.
cancer.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's the long game, but
it's a
you
long
know,
game. Yeah.
this is just cute and squishy and has stuffing.
Maybe you could use it like a periscope to find out if the enemies were near. If you were underwater,
You
like if
can-
there's like a
You can hug this.
lake, you could like be underwater and breathe
You can breathe.
right
Yeah.
to the pipe, and no one would know that you were there. Like I just feel like from the Hunger Games, I just feel like this is it.
No. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. 100% agree.
Although it might be true that an actual lobster would be very effective in a battle royale.
Yeah. If it was an actual lobster, but this is Leonardo da Vinci,
All right.
the stuffed lobster.
Leonardo da Vinci.
Yes, Leonardo da Vinci, Leo for short.
Yeah. This is my last evening, right? Is that true?
Yes, this is the last thing before prom.
Okay.
Before we have to ask our people to go to prom, because you ask, and then you can accept it or reject you.
I don't know what that does.
It's bad if you get rejected. It's very dramatic.
What does it do?
You'll find out, maybe.
I'm not gonna touch it. I don't know what it is. So I feel like I'd be more creative because I really feel like, you know,
Okay, yeah,
But-
you can
but-
be creative.
I'm gonna go to class. I haven't been to class in a while.
Okay.
What? Gee
No,
whiz.
you're just such a good student. That's
Thanks. And
And your teacher delivers an amazing and creative performance that blows all of your minds. It ends up being a sensation on YouTube.
ooh,
Your teacher gains 10 coolness, but who cares? He's not trying to romance your classmates. Or is he? We hope not.
well, they're all like 22.
Oh, you also gain 2 smarts.
Thanks.
Hooray!
Thanks. Nerd.
Afterwards, Liam walks up to you extremely nonchalantly. It's ridiculous how little he cares about this walk.
After considerable thought, I've come to the conclusion that you're not a complete poser. And seeing as I could use a partner for my tragically hip late-night excursions, consider yourself invited. Tonight, 3 a.m., I'm sure you have no trouble coming up with an appropriately underground destination. I mean, it's not like I don't know any cool places to go or anything. I just,
Blush.
I want to give you an opportunity to prove yourself.
Liam vanishes in a cloud of mist and angst. You've got 12 hours to choose the trendiest spot no one's ever heard of.
Gee whiz. Okay. Well, okay. So
This one's hard. Yeah.
yeah. So here are my thoughts.
Okay.
The hottest, most underground nightclub of all the Earth's core feels pretty underground, but I feel like we might also die because it's the Earth's core.
True.
Right?
True. Yeah.
But Monstropolis' most exclusive new nightclub, Asterix, you know. Yeah. Krellin says, I think you should probably choose Asterix because you have no boldness. But also, it just feels to me like if we went to the Earth's core, we'd burned alive. You know?
Yeah. Well,
Cloverk was
then
like, I'm
if
going
you
to suggest a
wanna
DD
choose
LARP
Asterix-
session in the sewers under the campus, which would be awesome.
I definitely haven't done that in a Call of Cthulhu game.
Yeah, we're gonna go
Um.
with the Asterix because
Sure.
because also he's a vampire, and I feel like vampires are very vulnerable to like molten
The heat.
cores. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know.
Oh,
So creative.
You meet Liam in front of Asterix at precisely 3:18 a.m. Being on time is for posers. The club's so exclusive, even you haven't heard of it before. You had to snag an invite from a time-traveling version of yourself from the future.
oh,
Monstropolis's hippest club is a satanic diaper orgy inside a decommissioned ravioli factory run by mice who love disco.
Oh, I love that.
Liam takes one look at the magnificent entryway made of stolen whale carcass and the concept of entropy, and his jaw drops.
This is the best club ever. I thought it was a myth. I've heard rumors that they've got everything here. Use creams, police brutality, the entire frozen food aisle from a discount supermarket because I am, what is his name from the Saturday Night Live? My God, they've even got a downstairs sub-dungeon where you can relax in the human jacuzzi. I mean, this is pretty cool, I guess.
In case you were wondering, a human jacuzzi is when you sit in a circle while a bunch of naked people spit hot water at you.
Oh.
You gain 2 creativity and +1 fun.
Oh.
Let's go.
Hey, Frankie, I went on a date with Liam.
That's super great. That's
was-
super fun.
There was a human jacuzzi. Where are you gonna go? Are you gonna?
I don't know if I wanted to go for some fun
Are you-
in the outdoors or just be dramatic and creative at the auditorium. 'Cause
So, how are you feeling right now? Okay, I want to know how Frankie's feeling
not
right now.
not feeling good about getting to go to prom with Damien.
Damien
with
loves you.
With my spicy man crush. I don't know.
He's.
You might be surprised.
Hey,
I might be surprised.
I had a whole conversation with him, and when we talked about like how your cardiovascular disease.
Yeah, that was before I didn't chase the coven away though.
Yeah, but that wasn't your fault.
But it totally was.
I feel like he's totally forgiven you.
I don't know. Auditorium or outdoors?
These are hard choices, I know.
Hmm.
I still want to know what
Let's go for some fun.
Oh.
Let's-
Sorry, No. Oh. Sorry, go ahead. I was like, what does
All
this
right.
do?
The lame llama. It's okay. It's okay.
No.
We'll go for some outdoors. So we'll go for some fun. Cause my fun's only, maybe I just need some more fun in my life.
Maybe. It was actually my fault because I've been secretly pursuing Damien and underwriting Lindy this entire time. Krellin!
Knew it.
Krellin was playing the game with us this entire time. And then.
Whole time.
Yeah.
Maybe during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy.
Oh.
You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people.
That's cool.
Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rad party.
Yeah.
2 gain +2 fun.
Yeah. You're fun. Everybody likes you.
You're daydreaming about how Damien would look walking down the aisle towards
Oh.
you. When you see Damien walking down the aisle, the hallway, towards you.
Yo, so listen. Don't be uncool about this or make it a big thing, but I think you're like, pretty rad. Like, maybe even as rad as I am. So, I thought it might be sweet if we could, do some crime together.
I love crime.
Would you like, be into that? I mean, could you even fucking handle that?
Yes, of course you could, and would, and should.
What kind of crime are you into these days?
Just the most badass romantic crime for an excellent date with Damien.
Tax fraud and light treason or dinner movie. Only the dinner's arson. The movie's also arson.
I feel like that's the answer.
I feel like he likes arson. I feel like tax fraud and light treason would be perfect for Vera.
Yeah,
Or maybe like a casual like light night.
Yeah.
But dinner movie, the dinner's arson. Let's try this. Oh, so bold.
Arson and arson? Sounds like my kind of night.
Gotta love arson.
Damien picks you up and presents you with a bouquet of matches and lights, which you blush and happily accept. The 2 of you head off to the fanciest restaurant you know, Le Chateau de Superiority.
Yeah.
You smile demurely as Damien pulls out your chair for you, then sets it on fire. You confidently order off the menu for both of you, before setting both menus on fire. After a delicious meal, the 2 of you flirtily squabble over whose absolute pleasure it would be to pick up the chick as the flames rage high all around you.
Oh, ready to head out for, more arson?
Heck yeah, you are. The 2 of you head to a movie, immediately setting your ticket stubs on fire. You take your seats and set the row in front of you on fire. You talk through the previews of the flames as the flames leap higher and higher, bathing you in a romantic glow. It's the hottest date of all time in so many ways.
Hey, I had a really nice time tonight. The only thing better than arson was the more arson.
Is he actually blushing, or was that just the heat from all the so much arson?
Arse? No, it's different. That's
OMFing the state was literal fire, but no, like actually literal fire. You
Yeah.
gain 2 charm and 1 boldness. Nothing like that. Oh. The Monster Prom draws near. Kurt, who will you ask to Monster Prom?
me? What? Well, I'm gonna ask Polly because I've never spoken to her at all the entire time. No. I'm gonna ask Liam.
Okay.
Okay. Do you think it's okay if I do?
Do it.
Okay.
Ask Liam.
Hey, Liam.
Hey.
Yeah. Would you? I have tentacles.
I will ask Damien.
Oh my gosh. The pressure.
Let's go.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay.
You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the Monster Prom with you.
Prom with you? How can I put this delicately? Fuck no. What?
Oh,
But you
What
just.
a loser.
you were so ashamed by your failure that after prom, you photo edited Garfield and all your prom pics as if he was your prom date. Yeah, Garfield the orange cartoon cat. Not your brightest idea. Anyways, even with your photo edition skills, you still couldn't edit the photo. You couldn't photo edit the sadness of your face away. Sad.
Wait.
All right.
No. Wait.
Because I missed too many. I got too many answers wrong.
No.
He's just.
No.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna talk to him and tell him that he should go to prom with you.
You finally pluck up your courage, Kurt, and ask your beloved to go to the Monster Prom with you.
I'm still upset about Damien. He's on my bad list.
How
It's
ironic.
Oh, I see. You mean like going ironically, right? How smart of you. Yes, I can totally see it. Let's go to prom together, but as a way of internally mocking all those hollow phonies, even if we were doing it literally the same thing they're doing. Genius.
You're not bad.
Prom night was beautiful.
But my friend wasn't there.
oh, look at you two all dolled up.
I know, but where was my
I
friend?
mean, I'm there, but I'm sad.
No, don't be sad.
For once, Liam seemed relaxed without feeling the need to act cool. He put all his mysterious posing aside and told you a bit about the time he spent as part of the Coven and about when he was in a K-pop band.
Oh, I could totally see that, yeah.
You told him you admired that about him and how he has no issue trying new things, wacky as they might sound. He smiled and told you that when you're mortal, you need to explore life to its fullest and always be eager to discover new things you might like. Then he said, and you know what? Coming to prom with you has turned out to be a new thing I seem to like very much.
But what about my friend?
I got too many answers wrong.
Hurt, best at secret handshakes. Damien's quote is actual fire an acceptable option for a quote. Wait, I need to have a discussion with Damien? He made my
You're
friend
gonna talk to
sad.
fire. He's gonna like talk to the fire.
K-pop like BTS? Yeah, maybe like BTS. Maybe like Black and Pink. Maybe like wait, but those three weeks are maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives.
After the Monster Prom, we kept living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful.
I know you want dinner. I'll feed you in a minute.
Oh,
Damien loved fire to the very end. Unfortunately, that wasn't a super legal affair, and he ended up in prison for arson. Fortunately, prison was flammable.
Oh, Trella has taken Eldritch Horror to prom, by the way. You can take the Eldritch Horror to prom?
Yes. If you have the expansion, you get a romance, an eldritch horror, or a robot. It's pretty great.
Liam honed his most admirable skill and got a job with it. He now designs momentogram filters. Miranda started a non-profit to help countries without a monarchy.
I'm getting different things than you are.
Oh, that's interesting.
As he left the physical plane, the last thing Liam did was give everyone a condescending look. Scott became an athlete?
Well, good job, Scott.
Not so long ago, he won a prestigious national award for being the best at doing sports. You should tell me if yours are different.
Yeah. That I had 3 different ones. Miranda started a nonprofit for countries that don't have monarchy because they all deserve to be equally ruled by them, our kingdom.
Oh. For those 3 weeks, the Monster Prom seems larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. How can we have different endings? Oh. The battle for Monster Prom might have ended there, but there are plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid. We were ready to start. I just want you to know that I'm upset about Damien standing you up. And
There's some tragic endings. Some characters are harder to romance than others too. Now, while these credits roll with this wonderful song,
yes.
I'm gonna go feed the cats real quick.
Fine. I'm gonna take us to the chat
They're
screen.
so hungry.
Right there.
I mean, look at this
Oh, no,
poor
cat.
starving baby wasting
cat.
away.
Oh no, they should see that. They should see that photos. Look. Okay, look. I just feel like Damien led her on. I'm not about it. Oh no, this isn't the expansion. It's one of the alternate endings. Oh, that girl with the iron hair is prommable. Oh. You summon the Eldritch Horror by getting items from the vendor. When you summon it, you can ask it to prom. Wrong screen. Oh, you're right. Here you go. That should be it. So you can see the thanks. Well, I've got there's just a bunch of madness. She just didn't, Margaret, she just didn't have the range. She didn't have the range. She didn't have the range. I imagine this was done in, Renpy, but I want to see what the code looks like. Talk with Damien, possibly I'm gonna use harsh words, is what I'm gonna do. Although maybe it wasn't using Renpy, but although I feel like it might have been. If this was made in Renpy, it's Unity? Thank you. Okay, all right. I've unlocked 6 new images in the gallery. Thanks. Cool. Is there some... I do not think there's Critical Role. I feel like they're off this week. Is that true? Is that true? I feel like that's true. Is that not true? Yes, no? Yeah, no, there's no CR today, but I do believe... I did see the state of the role. Here, I need to turn off this. I don't know if you all can see it, but there we go. So I think they have no, I saw it. They're off this week and next. Oh, that's right, because the state of the role, right? Okay, yeah, I said. Wait, I thought they were doing some kind of wrap up. No, the EXU starts on the 24th, right? So next week they're doing a denouement. That's right. That's right. Because I knew that there was they had some kind of wrap up thing, like a post-mortem that they were going to talk about, which is not this week, but next week. And then the week after that is this new eight-week campaign, which is going to be GM'd by Quiddy. And look, I'm going to just say this thing. It's just the one thing. EXU, Exandria Unlimited, it just really makes me think Exandria University. Like, just the U is just for me, university, I feel like. And I know that's not what it stands for. Like, I know that. I know. But it's what I think about each time. That's all. I just think Exandria University. Because EXU, 30 years after the Mighty Nine. Oh, it's 30 years. Oh. Then when is the Vox 9 crossover? Oh, I actually don't know. Summer is turning into a nightmare for me. Soto CR is just an add-on. But we're going to have it next week. EXU is actually addressing a lot of issues I've had with CR, but since it's a short run, I don't think it's fixing it. Well, hey, welcome back. We're in our group chat. Well, the thing I think about the short run is that there's been a lot of discussion back and forth between folks about whether or not really long-running campaigns. We're talking because, hey, Lindy, have you heard about what's going on with Critical Role?
A little bit. I heard that there's a new show coming.
Yeah, so they're doing oh, hello. Oh, I can't.
And
move
it
you
has
there.
some of the cast and some new people.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah. But here we go. They're moving Critical Role. No, here. Whoop, there we go. So they're doing so in the interim, like the summer session, like they're doing an 8-week campaign called Exandria University. No, Exandria Unlimited, pardon me, which is GM'd by Quiddy, who you might know. She's around. She's like a name. She was like on Hyper RPG, and then she did like their telephone. She's done some stuff with them. So she's GMing, and they're bringing in the woman who voices She-Ra as one of the players.
Okay.
And this guy who is another voice actor, he's going to be there. And then Matt's going to play as a player. And
That'd be good for him. Get him out of the eternal GM.
right?
Yeah.
And then Ashley Johnson will play. And one more player who I can't remember who it was. I can't remember who it was because I'm the worst. Liam, thank you. Liam. So Matt, Liam, Ashley, and then these two voice actors, and then Quiddy is GMing. And what's interesting, and it's because it's 8 weeks and it's going to be in their regular slot. And what's fascinating is that I know there's a lot of debate. People have like ideas about what's better for a stream show. And I think that they have no data to back it up, so like I don't really pay attention. But I have noticed the debate that some people think that shorter seasons is better. Like they're like, if you want your shows to be popular, your channel to be popular, don't have multiple year shows. Have like short runs that are like 8 to 15 episodes, and then do something new, because then people can feel like they can jump in, and it's not daunting.
People can feel like they jump in, but people who really like to get invested in a long haul thing are going to jump out.
Right. Yeah. Right.
So it's just it's more who are you wanting to pull in?
Yeah, because but some people are like, oh yeah, I should never do multi-year campaigns, and I was like, well, I feel like some people want that, right? And then I feel like some people don't want that. I feel like I just don't think there's one answer for that one.
I watched all of the first season of the first campaign of Critical Role. It was awesome.
Right? Quiddy played off Random Tuesday well on the Roll20 show. Yes. Carlin says, if you want your show to be popular, don't do what the most popular show does. I mean, that's probably good advice for people that aren't CR. That's true. But CR should do CR. Although I think they can do more than one thing, right? Like I think that they can do like short, like I feel like having a bit of a 2-month break for Matt to not be a GM is probably going to be nice. Yeah. Is what I imagine.
Probably especially because he's working on a bajillion other projects in the meanwhile.
Yeah. And who knows what, I mean, and I think it'll also be an interesting what's the word? Data point, because there's this sort of, because people say a lot of things about Critical Role, some of which I'm like, I don't, it also depends on how you do the show. If you want to do a long campaign, but have recaps at the start, it helps bridge the gaps. And that's true. Carl says, a break is good, yeah, but I don't want them to do a break with diversity, just go back to the main cast without diversity. The problem is, I think that main cast is always going to be the main cast. They might be able to pull in one extra person, but I don't see them doing their main show with only half of the people.
Yeah, I don't see that either.
They had started doing, before 2020 was a good idea for a business and a channel. CR was their core show. Then they were doing smaller 4 to 8 mini shows like Deadwood around the core show. Yeah. But I also think that this being in their main slot's good. I think that this is good that it's in their main Thursday slot, this 8-episode one. I actually also think intellectually and like,
well, also their other mini shows weren't in the Exandria universe. They were like Deadwood or Call of Cthulhu, which, yes, 100%. I think if it's going to be something Exandria based, keep it in the same time slot, because the same people are going to be interested in that. Whereas people who want to see and Dungeons and Dragons things, they would like that, give them a different day of the week for a small mini thing. Keep the all the lore pertaining to the one world on that time slot, especially to give Matt a break. Like if it's going to be in the same place, I could for sure see that.
So there's this debate that people have been saying in places, Twitter, etc., and they're like, they should, like, their next campaign should be, could we just swap Sam for Abria? Sam is a partner in the business. That's the thing, right? That all those members are co-owners of their business. So I feel like we're not going to be able to swap out anybody. So what I was going to say is that there was like this thing that's going on, like, oh, the new season, they should do a game that's not in D&D. Like the next show should not be D&D. And people on Twitter were like, because if they did like a small indie game, that'll be great because it'll get the same viewership. It's like, it will not. Well, but everybody loves, like, nobody watches Critical Role for D&D. They just watch it for them. So if it's not D&D, everyone will have the same viewership. And I was like, but I don't think so. Like they only had 6,000 people watching My Little Pony. Do you know what I mean? Like they're like whenever they do non D&D, their viewership drops, and sure, maybe it's because it's not on Thursday. So I'm interested to see how this will go in terms of viewership. You know, like I feel like that'll be interesting, but I know that people don't think people watch Critical Role for D&D, but I think there's a huge population who do, because anytime they get a rule wrong, there are a lot of people who are ready to say, right? And there are a lot of people who like to sort of speculate about like what class that person is and what level they are. Like clearly there are a lot of people who know the language of D&D for whom this is important to them. And I just don't think that if they did like a 50 episode run of Lasers and Feelings that they would get the same viewership. I just don't. I think that people who are saying that are doing a lot of wishful thinking and just not recognizing that like D&D is just like 10 times more popular than the next game. You know what I mean? Like that's just what it is. And I
especially depending on your country, but for English speaking countries,
certainly,
most of them, yes. Now,
Mhm.
if it was Japan, they'd have better success with Call of Cthulhu.
Yes, that is correct. And Germany's Call of Cthulhu is doing well in Germany, but of course Germany's like
Die Schwarze Auge.
the Schwarze Auge is the big one there. Yeah, and Virtual Hill's like, not only will it not get the same viewership, it would poison their business partnerships with Wizards to just drop them for entire story arc. Yeah. Yeah. But I also think that it's not a good idea, because if they picked some small indie game for their third campaign, people who like some other small indie game will be mad. Be like, why did you pick that one and not this other one? Like, it's just like it'd just be like, ooh, I just like when I think about it, it makes me nervous, because I was like, oh, it makes me a little bit anxious, because you know people would like lose their minds. Like, why did you pick? Oh, of course you're gonna go and pick insert this game and not this other game.
And
like,
it doesn't matter which game.
Yeah,
It did say about anyone. Yeah.
whatever the game is, people would sort of like lose their mind. Yeah. Also says like one indie game getting a lot of exposure does what for a single other indie? Yeah. I started watching Sierra and it got me back into D&D after 30 years. Yeah. Embargo says it might be interesting if they ran a short series on Pathfinder, something similar to D&D but not the same, and still high fantasy and relatively well known compared to indie.
But
people
they're not as business tied.
Yeah.
I mean, they have books with Wizards of the Coast.
Yeah.
What the Explorer's Guide to Wildmount. That's
And their home game was Pathfinder and they switched over for 5e, I think. I also want to give the cast a break and let them pick up C3 at their leisure. They see, yeah. And I was just thinking too, right? That because I just feel like, for me, in my mind, the only way they could switch systems for that, because I think a lot of the audience is actually really invested in D&D, right?
Yeah.
I think that they are. No, I think it's actually really good that they play non-D&D games for their side shows. I think that's like, I loved watching Marisha GM Honey Heist. Like that was super fun. And I've really enjoyed their like, I really liked their Undeadwood. I thought that was really fun. They converted Vox Machina from Pathfinder to 5e. Yep. It wasn't the edition change. It was literally the stream. Oh, when they went to GNS is when they went to D&D.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's because they thought D&D would do better streamed, and so that's why they swapped.
And I think they were talking about how
they're not wrong.
No, I think they're not wrong, but I think they were also interested in the mechanics. They thought it might be mechanically a little bit. Yeah. And I just think, I think it's good that they play games that are not D&D. Also, I think they enjoy games that are not D&D, so I'm glad that they get to play them. And I really enjoyed their Undeadwood. I thought that was, I liked the cast quite a lot.
And also, if this half of the cast is doing this, the other half can do a show on a different night of the week or something, should they want to, or if those people just really wanted a break.
Yeah.
Then that's gives them that.
I also suspect that shorter runtime of 8 episodes is probably related to the fact that one of the players is She-Ra, and I imagine that those 2 voice actors are probably very, very busy voice actors and probably could not commit to
probably
like a 4-year campaign or whatever it was. Gio, by the way, I don't know if you know this, Lindy, but we were talking about this on my channel, and I was like, wait, how long has Critical Role been around? Like 4 years? It's been around for like 6 years.
Yeah.
How did that happen? Seems like it just started like last week, right? Yeah, they'd end up like Ashley during C1 and most of C2. Yeah, it's probably scheduling. Yeah, though I do note that She-Ra's. Oh, is it? Yeah, and she's doing something else. Yeah, so I just imagine. This is a random question. It's not a question. It's amusing. Of that cast, most of them were quite busy. Well, that's not true. Marisha wasn't super busy as a voice actor. but Laura Bailey's super busy as a voice actor.
Mm-hmm. Ashley.
Ashley's super busy. Liam's super busy. I think, and Sam was doing a lot of directing, I think, right? Like,
Mhm.
and I think that Matt was doing well, but I think he wasn't as big, right? As like
No,
Laura.
Matt's. I mean, with Liam at least.
Oh, yeah.
Up there.
But I think, like, I mean, I think their most prolific was Laura Bailey. She's like just working in everything all the time, right? Like, she did so much anime.
And Ashley Johnson.
Oh yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
Travis does a lot of voiceover stuff. I mean, they're
Marvel.
all fairly busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does a lot of Thor.
Yeah, that's right. Virtual Hell says, every time I think about how long something has been happening, it turns out to be like a decades of a year. I feel like I chose the wrong cup in the Last Crusade. I know, right? Crown's like, Sam does a lot of directing.
You know how
now.
I felt earlier this year when they were like, "Oh yes, and Lord of the Rings is celebrating for the movies its 20th
Stop it.
anniversary." And I was like,
Nope,
"No,
no, I reject
no."
that. Mm-mm.
But then I realized, oh yeah, I was 9, and now I'm 29.
But I was just
And
thinking,
so I
right?
looked at my cardboard Legolas and had an existential crisis.
It
It's fine.
happens. But I
Mhm.
feel like now that they're doing this, it seems to me like quite, maybe not all of them, but quite a few of them are moving into this more. Like this because I think this is because they have their own business,
Mhm.
right? Krell notes Taliesin, Marisha, and Orion were not particularly busy, but everyone at least worked solidly.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I know that for various reasons, right? They weren't as busy for various
And Ashley
reasons.
was doing a TV show rather
Yeah.
than a voiceover thing, so she was
Mhm.
super busy.
And I think they've all been doing very well since Critical Role, right? Because I think
Mhm.
that The Last of Us was post Critical Role, wasn't it?
I mean, it was mid.
Yeah, yeah,
I don't know if the first one was, but the second one was for sure.
yeah. But I wonder because they have their own business now, where they actually own their intellectual property. You know what I mean? And I
Mhm.
imagine, and I know that Marisha is like a creative director, right? And
Mhm.
Travis is CEO, maybe. But I'm just thinking about like being an actor, being a voice actor does not get you health insurance, right? And like if you work regularly, that's great, but like you have to work regularly enough, right, to get that. And maybe they're moving a bit more into this space because it's a bit more security for them, which means then I think if they're wanting to get other big voice actors, they probably just have to do shorter runs for those folks. I imagine it's for scheduling purposes.
Yeah, probably.
Carl says, yeah, the fact that Ashley does on-screen stuff was the issue. Laura works as much as Ashley, but it's voice work. She can do it all in town and go home at the end of the day. Yeah, because Ashley was in New York, and I was like, well,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And sometimes things need to be filmed at night or
Yeah.
during the daytime.
Oh,
or,
yeah,
you know.
yeah. And I know that they did want Mika Burton to join Critical Role, but she had a scheduling conflict, so she couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, So I do think it's interesting because they've got this charity now, this like book imprint. To finish my thought, I feel like if they were going to do something that was not D&D for like a full campaign, the only thing I think that would work honestly and not get like too much heat would be if they developed their own system,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because then they wouldn't look like they're playing favorites, right? Because I think that's the problem. If they pick something that's not D&D, it's going to look like they're playing favorites.
Yeah, or unless they make it like a for 6-week runs on Tuesday nights, we're gonna do different indie systems.
That they could
Then
do.
it's
Yeah. That they could do, I think, and I think that would work well. And I think, look, personally, depends on the game. Some games are built for one shots, like that's what they're built for.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I think for games other than that, I kind of think you need a like 6 is tight. I think 8 is better. Like I think you kind of like, like there's some games that are just not that don't last that long. But I think if you're gonna do character work and to get that kind of the things that people want from them, which is like character work and those moments, I think you just need a little bit more time to breathe. And I think you need a minimum of 8.
I'd say 4 to 8.
Yeah.
Depending on system and group of players that you have.
Yes, yeah. If you're doing like, yeah. And I think I also think it depends on systems. Systems that like there's D&D isn't great for one shots. It's really built around the character advancement journey. I mean, I suppose you could, but then probably you're not going to start at first level, right? Like that D&D one shot is probably not going to be a first level one shot, and it would be yeah.
When I run D&D one shots, I run like sillier, crazy one shots that could be self-contained.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
part of like an overarching one-shot series, like
Yeah.
whenever like if for some reason I can't do like my regular Monday or Tuesday campaign game, I'll do something called the Cult Scouts,
Oh.
which is a one shot involving a bunch of all the players as not Boy or Girl Scouts, but Cult Scouts. So they're trainee cultists, and I'll just pick like a theme, like y'all are trying to get your arson badges, and then we run a kooky little adventure with randomly rolled and generated like Cult Scout characters. And they only happen every D&D, just D&D. It's just keep it simple, keep it the same system, but it's only one episode every so many months, sometimes weeks, depending on stuff. But it's like the same theme. Like, oh, we're missing this week, so we're gonna have a Cult Scouts episode. But it's each episode's self-contained, but it's part of an overarching. And you can play the same Cult Scout you played last time, or a new one, whatever you want. Just.
It's interesting because Virtual Hell says, I'd kind of like to see the Mad Hatter who could run a paranoia campaign while pretending some Simpson arc. I have. But it's important to note that I do not run paranoia gonzo funny. Right? So like that's the difference that like, because I when I ran paranoia, that was in the first edition, and it wasn't necessarily goofball. This like you could run it goofball, but it wasn't necessarily goofball. And I didn't run it goofball. I ran it like kind of like some dark comedy. You know what I mean? Like a little bit of satire and dark comedy, but it was like kind of like it was a little bit more Catch-22 or Doctor Strangelove than it was like Looney Tunes. And so I ran like a fairly long I ran a fairly long campaign of paranoia because they started off at infrared and they were like leveling themselves up because there was like a level progression or clearance progression, and I ran it. It was actually, I had a very good time running it. But the thing is, I think you just have to have players that want to run a more serious game of paranoia, which is still funny. But do you know what I mean? The difference? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nothing like playing paranoia straight, and it's like it's only like quasi straight, but like there's different types of comedy. You know what I mean? Like there's a comedy that's slightly like when you were running, Lindy, Degrees of Madness.
Ah, yes.
Right, which was a long, and it's yours now, right? So you can keep running it again.
Soon.
Well, I'm excited. I don't know.
Not waiting for paperwork.
Paperwork. Okay. All right.
Waiting for paperwork and confirmation, but yes, hopefully soon.
I don't know if any of you all had seen it, but if you haven't, you should. You can probably find
YouTube.
the playlist on YouTube over at LFM network. But it was Call of Cthulhu, Pulp Cthulhu, set in a university in Spoons, Washington.
Because I wanted to throw a bunch of stuff at them without worrying about nuking them at any accidentally. Like, I could still nuke them accidentally, but not like, oops, I sneezed and they're dead now. Like,
oops, I sneezed at you again. And then you're all dead.
Because I almost did kill a couple of them a couple times, but it was like, I am trying to harm you, and not, oops, you tripped and fell down the stairs and now you're dead. Because they're so fragile in Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
You're so fragile.
And if none of you have seen it, which is funny because if none of you have seen it, there are puppets in that game.
There are, yeah.
2 of the players are puppets. But despite the fact that 2 of the players are puppets and Lindy loves some puns, there was a kind of
love me some puns.
A serious core to the game, even though like it was ridiculous.
I can run some serious puns. It's all in how serious you can take the puns.
And like I just thought that you did such a great job of having a game that was funny, but that still could maintain length. Do you know what I mean? Because I think that's the trick, is that some people's idea of comedy is very like sketch comedy, and then all of a sudden you're like Saturday Night Live where you're like, you should have ended this sketch like 2 minutes ago because there's nowhere to go. But you really, I think you did such a good job making that campaign fun, funny, but also still had coherency so that you could run it for a long time.
That's what I tried.
Yeah. So I think it's doable, of course, but there's just certain kinds of
and it was like the darker, grimmer humor of oh god, this is bad. kind of stuff constantly. And of course, you know, puns. Like the university that they were attending, the name was a pun, Rainier University North. Because I just wanted big signs everywhere on campus that had the initials run, run, run. Everyone wearing hoodies and t-shirts that just run on them. Because it's a Call of Cthulhu game, you know? It's Call of Cthulhu.
Hey, Lindy.
Yes. And then
Tell me
there's
about the race.
So you know, like colleges and campuses have like annual races, you know, every year. You know, like a 5K or 10K or something. And there's like you get like t-shirts and stuff when you participate.
Like the Great Lakes Run or the
So there was, you know, a run that was going to take place at this university.
Cool.
Like, you know, a race. And
where was
it
it
took
taking
place
place?
in the forest,
Cool,
right
cool.
next to, adjacent to, because isn't this beautiful like mountain valley, you know? And so they all attended the forest run.
Right, yeah.
It may or may not have broken one or more of my players, but I saved that. I had that idea. That was one of the first ideas I came up with for that campaign, and I did not use it in the very beginning. I saved that for like mid-campaign.
Yeah.
I sat on that for months.
Yeah. Our schools are lame. They have bathtub races instead of runs. Yeah, so
only you can have a run forest run, but run doesn't exist. Rainier University North.
Nope. But I would just say that so I have run paranoia in a more serious way, and I think that for me, the key to running paranoia in a more serious way is that it is dangerous, right? Like the computer may kill you, right? And will kill you if you do bad things, if you are caught on camera doing bad things, right? So basically people had to be a lot more subtle, right? They couldn't just be like, oh, right? Like, because they had to be subtle. So there's like a lot of like subtle sabotage and sort of long-term goals. And it's like you build that in, it was good, right? But what's weird is that as Paranoia went into other editions, they just got more gonzo and more gonzo. The first edition wasn't exactly that way. And then I think some mid editions sort of came back to the point that you could actually play this a little bit more darkly satire than like Bugs Bunny. Yeah. The real trick is talking Tripper into letting you into one of his Clockwork Dominion games. I just need to have some conversations with some people about, I just want to, look, Roll20. They need to get themselves on Roll20. And then, right, then that'll be good for them. I want to say a secret that I'm not allowed to say.
Then don't say it on stream. Just tell it to me afterwards.
No, but I want to say it on stream.
The secret you're not supposed to say, you shouldn't say it on stream.
I don't know if I'm allowed to. I don't know if I'm not allowed to say, though.
Oh. I don't know.
So I didn't sign an NDA. Look, so I'm Tripper SJP, and I don't think I'm going to stream tomorrow night, even though I was thinking about it because I need to get some like prep done.
You got stuff you needed to do. Yeah.
Saturday at 2 p.m. you can find me at Table Story for the finale of Midsummer Mysteries, which is Clockwork Dominion, which is amazing. And here's the thing, that next Saturday is the last episode of Midsummer Mysteries, but there might be something the Saturday after on Table Story. Like, I'm not saying, but there might be a Q&A with a guest. So I'm just saying that maybe you might, if you're in, look, I'm going to say is if you're interested in Clockwork Dominion, even if you did not watch the miniseries, you might want to come to the Q&A. That's all. And this Sunday at 11 o'clock, I will be doing Simply Divine with Little Red Dot, because Little Red Dot is back in town. So we'll be doing that. And yeah, I need to change Nightbot, stop it. So have you started looking for a place to live? You're running out of time. Vulpes, there are some things that are just not currently in my control, and we're just going to find out what happens. We're going to just find out what happens. We're going to find out what happens. That's what that is. What I wanted to say was, this is like, what, week 2 of June? Is that right?
Sure, that sounds accurate.
right? I am.
Sorry, I just remembered it was flea medicine day for the cats, and I did not
Oh.
give either cat their flea medicine with dinner. It's
uh,
okay. They'll just get it tomorrow.
Do you know where you are Sunday? Well, now let me pull up my calendar. By the way, Linda, I'm gonna have you give your stuff. We've got Road to Aurelia on Sunday, but Simply Divine is from 11 to 2, so I'm good. How to build a place to live out of RPGs. Look, we don't. Some things are not currently in my control, and so that is just a whole other thing. But I suppose what I did want to say is that next week I've got some lectures and interviews. No big deal. Be doing, Long Dark on Thursday probably. I am going to see if I do something RPG related on the Friday. We will see, because I've got we'll see. I don't know yet. No promises. But we did one RPG in June so far, the Necrobiotic, and it would be cool if I could do something else before, but no promises. No promises. No promises. But maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know what. I don't know. We'll find out. But Lindy, what about you?
Oh, me. Hi. I'm Lindy of Laugh Love Lindy. Though some may argue it should be Laugh Lewd Lindy. You can find me on my own channel, mostly.
Wait, what is that
on
channel?
Laugh Love Lindy.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. On Mondays and Tuesdays for Dungeons and Dragons. Mondays is our Wanderlust and Wildmount campaign, which we're finishing up a murder, like a cold case murder investigation. Turns out it was cultists.
What?
I know, crazy. So we're just doing a bit of cleanup now, and there's only maybe a few cultists left. We're waiting for them to get back into town because Magic Carpet flew ahead of them and beat them to town, and they're not gonna be happy about that when they get into town and find out. But anyways, and on Mists of Ravenloft on Tuesdays, they're not cultists. The players are heads in jars on a shelf in Azalin the Lich King's laboratory, and they went to a wedding in some of the characters' memories. Like they used some of because they were actually at that wedding, which happened to be the wedding of Strahd's brother and the woman of Strahd's dreams. He let them attend. He sent them back to attend said wedding, and then they did. And they came back, and he said, "All right, now you guys are going to do it again until you do what I want you to do." And so we're going to see how many times they're going to Groundhog Day this at a wedding on Tuesday, because I don't know if they could get it on the first time. They could get it on the 12th time. I just know I have a wedding to continually run until they figure some stuff out. It's fine. It'll be fine. We don't want to worry about it.
Did you see my Lindy command?
No, I will.
It says,
"Oh, scandalized." Oh, you'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll be scandalized. Yes, I like that.
right? Yeah.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong, actually.
I've met you before.
That's a fairly accurate assessment of my channel. And I have the date for our once a month aliens campaign now, which typically takes place on a Saturday. However, this month we are doing it on the 20th, which is Father's Day, and also one of the players' birthdays. So it's like a gift to the GM, who's a father, and one of the players. So we're going to be doing it on the 20th, I believe, which should be super duper fun. And on Praxis channel, we have 4 more episodes of Mechton on Wednesdays. And that will be great. And I play a ridiculous character, and it's gonna be fun.
And we also have the one shots, or the solo episodes for Blue Rose happening on Sundays at 8 p.m. over at Praxagorthus Mephoria.
We've already had ours.
We had ours. Yeah, she had hers the first week, which was the Sunday before last. I had mine last week, and then we're gonna get Delmay coming up next. Yes, we're gonna get everybody. And so if you like Blue Rose, catch our solo episodes. But if you watch mine, you might cry.
You probably won't cry with mine. You'll be like, "Wow, this character has really come a long way," because wow, were they awful beforehand.
I learned a little bit of new information though.
No, Did you? I haven't watched it yet.
No, on your episode.
Oh, on my episode.
Yeah.
What information did you learn?
So you know how there were
Mhm.
2 duels between Revka and
Oh.
Vashard?
Yes.
Right, in the first one, Revka won, and the second one, Vashard won.
Yes.
But Vashard won because Revka was sick. That's what I learned.
Because Ritka was against Revka at the time and had mega corruption sickness and was recovering. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and I mean mega corruption sickness, like minus. Prax only made me roll a -2, but it was probably a little more.
And amazing makeup. Oh yeah, your makeup for Rev.
Thank you.
Was for
She was
Ritka was
super
amazing.
corrupt, and I was
Yeah.
like, "How corrupt can I make this?" Because I did it, and I was like, "This looks perfect," and then I was like, "But it always looks way lighter on camera."
Yeah.
So I was like, "This looks so thick and heavy and garish, but it's gonna look fine on webcam."
Now I want. See, if you liked horror movies, which you don't, I would
Don't.
sit down and watch Whatever Happened to Baby Jane with you. Joan Crawford
I get
and
nightmares.
and Betty
can't handle
Davis
it.
as sisters who do not get along. But Betty Davis just had the most garish makeup on. So good. So good. That's all. So we're gonna go now, but the setup is that Betty Davis was a child star in vaudeville, Baby June, and she was very, very popular, and like everybody loved her, and like her mom loved everybody loved her. And Joan Crawford's character, nobody paid attention to her at all. She was like the little sister that nobody cared about. But then, as vaudeville sort of became no longer no longer big, Betty Davis's character basically ages out of being a cute vaudeville kid and is no longer very interesting. But then Joan Crawford's character becomes like a film actress, and everybody likes her. So there's like this like flip in their popularity. This is all backstory. And then there's a terrible car accident that puts Joan Collins' character in a wheelchair, and then Betty Davis has to take care of her for the rest of her life. And Betty Davis doesn't like her very much, so it's like it's a very tense. It's not nice. They don't get along well. Is all I'm saying. There's a lot of like psychological sister torture, is what happens in that movie. Yes, but Betty Davis's character kind of dresses up like her like 6-year-old self and sings her old like 6-year-old vaudeville songs, and it's creepy in the best way. That's all I'm saying. I'm not sure we've seen it, but now I feel like Crit Twitch. If you haven't seen it, you should see it. It's not like a horror movie. Like it's just more like 2 people in a house who do not get along well in that kind of like a psychological distress. Coldrick says, when I first ran into Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, I was barely a teen. Seeing an aged Betty Davis in Baby Jane outfit just weirded me out. Yeah, because she's all like, and she has this like creepy makeup on that makes her just look super haggard, you know? And then she's like, her song is, I'm writing a letter to Daddy. His address is heaven above. Right, but she's like 80,000 years old, and it's like, and you're like, oh, it's kind of creepy. It's really good. It's really good. All right, y'all. We should go. We should all eat some food. But you can find me next. Oh, Crit Twitch. If you haven't seen Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, you have to see it. You just have to see it. You have to see it. Go see it. Go watch it. I bet it's somewhere available online. Didn't the Redgrave sisters do a made-for-TV remake? Ooh, if not, I have to. If they have, I have to see it. I have to see it. So you can find me next Saturday. Right? Yeah, Saturday at 2 p.m. for the finale of Midsummer Mysteries. And you can find Lindy next tomorrow? Is that online or offline?
Monday.
Monday?
Monday.
All right, Monday.
You can see me next on Monday for when I get to be a terrible warlock human being.
Yes. All right, so that's it. Catch you on the flip side. Thank you for being here. And I'm going to see if I have the time and space and inclination, if I can do something RPG related one last time before I move. I don't know what it'll be yet, but I hope so. That's it. All right, everybody. Oh, you missed seeing Princess this week. Yeah.
Yeah, Twitch
Yeah.
wasn't letting people go live if they weren't already live for like a couple hours.
That's
That
messed
was their
up.
problem.
That's messed up. All right, everybody. Love to you all.
Tragic.
Take care, and we will catch you on the flip side. Bye, everybody.